yard run up.
Dear! Good ball for Roberto Carlos. Hooked into the penalty area towards Zidane.
Nani.
Rooney! Oh, wonderful!
Manchester City are still alive here. Balotelli, Aguero!
Good morning, everyone. Savva here from Football Heritage TV. Hope everybody is well. Happy Thursday. It's Thursday. They all seem the same. Happy Thursday. A few things have happened today which are great, and a few things have happened which aren't great. What should we start with? First of all, let's start with the fact that there's 278 people in here and we haven't even started. So big up to each and every one of you. For the people that have already said in the chat, yes, Savva, I've smashed the like. You know what to do. Smash the like. Listen, first of all, thank you very much. I must say thank you to absolutely everyone because we did overnight. My subscribers went mad for some reason. Maybe it was all those people calling me a nonce last night. The subscribers have gone mad and we are now on 9,033 overnight. So we've beaten the 9,000. Onwards and upwards to the 10K. Thank you to each one of you who has helped me get to that number very, very quickly as well. So thank you to each of you. What else has happened? Ange Postecoglou has come out and said, what did Ange Postecoglou come out and say? Ange Postecoglou came out and said, there's no other place on earth. I want to be them right here in this minute, trying to bring success to one of the biggest clubs in the world. I want my team to play football that scares the life out of every opposition. Big up, Big Ange. I love the guy. I've never had such. I've just got this horrible feeling. Listen, that's brilliant. But the bad news is I have ordered two things. They both said they were coming this afternoon. And when I've got the alert on both of them this morning, it said they could come anytime between 10:30 this morning and 2 o'clock. Now, I do need to get them because one is a TV that I've bought to go next to my computer for the watch-alongs. And the other one is the Skybox, which is going to connect to the TV upstairs for the watch-alongs. So if the door goes, please bear with me on that front. Anything else, I'm happy to leave in the porch, just not a TV and a Skybox. Yeah, so it is what it is. The other thing, anyone else getting really, really concerned about the Spurs in talks with Longley conversation? Where do we all sit with this? Yeah, let's start with that. Longley, this has been going on like it's not been shut down. Every time you think it's not happening, it's not happening. He's not an Ange player, which he isn't, right? Every time it gets shut down, it then goes, Spurs are back in talks with Clement Longley, but can't agree a fee. And you're like, well, we shouldn't be agreeing a fee. Listen, there is absolutely no way I'll be able to say hello to absolutely everyone in the chat this morning. There's already 378 of you in here, and we've only been live for about 3 minutes. So apologies. Big up, absolutely. Big Gibber said the Fantasy Premier League starts tomorrow. Get your teams done. Absolutely. Smash your Fantasy Premier League teaming, guys and girls. That reminds me, I've got to make a few changes. My initial team, I'm sure some of you saw it the other day, had Pedro Porro in, who I'm fast going to take out. Because I think if he keeps playing like this, I cannot see that Ange will want him in any way. And the other one I had in was Nkunku of Chelsea, who's out for 4 months. So if, like me, you've put in a few players that might have been injured or whatever, make sure you get over there and change it. And I think the deadline is like, is it 12 tomorrow? Something like that. Because obviously tomorrow night we've got Burnley at home, back in the Premier League, and a nice, easy game to start against the Premier League and treble winners, Man City. So get your fantasy teams in. If anyone wants to join the Fantasy League, let me know. And as always, keep liking, keep subscribing. We're not stopping here. We are not stopping here. We're going to fast forward to 10K. That's what we're going to do. We're going to see if we can get to 10K in 10 days. That is the plan. So big up to everyone. Where are we? Let's get a few hellos in, but there's so many comments. It's absolutely ridiculous. And Thursday is always busier than any other day in the show. Anyone know why? I mean, I don't know why. Anyone know why? Thursday is always the busiest day. Mondays are slightly like that. Thursday is through the roof. Wow. So many comments. Have a shot. Big up to, I'm going to rattle through these. Skyline, Finn Brazil, Jessup, Eamon Burns, Leoland Lego, Andrew Smith, Tigaro, the single parent theory. Big up to you. Terry Rizzo is in the house speaking Greek. Blissy is in the house. Rodney Roberts, good morning to you. Vinny Rowley, absolutely. And football is back, Vinny. Football is back. Yes. Everybody's other half right now hates them. Ben, if your other half doesn't like football, that is, of course. Ben Spur, Savva, I don't want to stir anything, but would you do a show with Will Stewart? Would make for a great debate. Don't worry about me and Will. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Maybe I'm sure we'll have a debate in the future. Yeah, sure. Why not? Joe, good morning to you. Good morning to Dean. Morning to JR. Morning to Levy out. Eric out who said, my dogs have just woken you up. Well, sorry to hear that. Big up Sander Mellingen. AJ is in the chat. DJ Green Alert is in the chat. JR. Savadog Woof Woof. I love that one. We'll get to Per Schurz in a little bit. Walter Boberg is in the house. I'll try and get to as many questions as I can to ensure they get read out. Stick them in a super chat, but I will try. Hang on. My missus has just messaged me saying, do I fancy moving to Saudi Arabia? I don't know what that's all about. What's she seen that I haven't? Why am I moving to Saudi? Why am I suddenly moving from London to Saudi Arabia? I'm just sitting here minding my own business. Thank you to the 3 people that just unsubscribed. Good morning to East London Gooner. Scott is in the house. Phil K. Big up, Phil. We've come a long way since the Nando days, haven't we? We're sitting there on 2K. Big up to this guy who's going to be 5 minutes late. I jest, of course. Loads and loads of people. Hugo Bosswood is in the house. Wolves Finland is in the house. Your team are in trouble, Wolves Finland, aren't they? Gary O'Neill coming in. MV Joker Davis say Spurs pulled out the race for Tapsoba. Let's be honest, we pulled out of that 6-7 weeks ago when we didn't bother to bid what they wanted. I would love to still get him, absolutely. So I'm just trying to catch up. I'm trying to catch up. What we'll do in tomorrow's show, we will go through a 1 to 20 where we think everyone's going to finish. Right. So I will be doing that tomorrow. Listen, I'll always wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm always going to get some wrong. Some of you will always get some wrong. It's the way it is. These things happen. No one's going to predict 1 to 20 correctly. Loads of people. Hollywood Phil is here talking about Chelsea and their dodgy books. Loads of comments. Loads of comments, Al Dente. I'm going to get to the bottom and then we can actually start the show. Dean, I agree. Absolute roller coaster. But you know what? We're going to enjoy the football. The bare minimum is we will enjoy the football. And that dinosaur can go and manage somewhere else, wherever he wants to go. Big up, Rodney. Thank you so much. Thank you. Phil Pierce said, a celebratory Nando's in town. Or should we wait until next week when you hit 10K? I don't think I'll hit 10K next week, but we'll do a Nando's when I hit 10K. And you didn't message me, Phil. Yes, let's go. Sorry. Yeah, let's go to, yeah. You messaged me last night about going to Luton, Fulham away. We're going to talk about that in a minute, people. Fulham away in the cup. What does everyone think about it? Hugo Boss would absolutely smash those likes up. Do you know what? We should be on 250 likes before we even blink at an eyelid. Is that the right? Blink an eyelid. Blink at an eyelid? How do you blink at an eyelid? And we are now back to 9,033 subscribers. Thank you very much. Right. I am getting to the bottom. Thank you, Paulism. Thank you very much. I'm not sure. If I ever get to 90K, that would be a little bit overwhelming. Thank you very much, Wayne. Thank you, Dean. Thank you very much. I'm trying to get to everyone. Thank you. Thank you. And then we can get to some sort of normality at the bottom and start the show. Big up Shane Reynolds from Australia. Big up loads of Australians in these days. This is the worry. This is the worry, right? Have we done this? Please, please, please tell me we have not done this. I'll be okay. Let's rationalize this. Does Longley suit Tottenham in any way, shape, or form? Does he? I don't get it. We're going to play a high line. And imagine Van der Ven got injured. Now you're back to Romero Longley, which we know doesn't work. We know it's a bad partnership. I'm just not sure what to do with this information. I really don't know. This is absolutely crazy. It's crazy, crazy, crazy talk. Just quickly, before I get some comments on that, let's have a look in the world of Fabrizio Romano. Fabrizio Romano this morning has said, Lucas Paqueta wants Man City. Club-to-club negotiations continue as City will bid again after initial 70 million rejected. Players can be included in the deal, as reported yesterday. City don't want to overpay. Right. Anyone else think, I'm just going to go out on a limb here. Anyone else think that has got Calvin Phillips going that way, Paqueta coming this way, plus about 50 million written all over it? Surely that's a brilliant move would be for Calvin Phillips to go to West Ham. Calvin Phillips, Edson Alvarez and James Ward-Prowse in a free. I've seen worse midfield frees. Hey, let me know what you think. Off the back of that, what else has he said? This was one that's doing the rounds this morning. Romano said, I understand that Aston Villa are working on a deal to sign Nicolo Zaniolo. It's concrete possibility being discussed. One of the top names on the list, Villa director Monchi, signed Zaniolo at Roma from Inter, and negotiations will follow with Galatasaray. Deal on. And the last bit of news this morning is that RB Leipzig have signed Castello Lecaba. Here we go. Good player, Lecaba, as well. Good player. We should have been looking at him, but we should be looking at everyone. So there's a lot happening. There's 21 days of the transfer window to go. It is all heating up. No, Phil P, WhatsApping me now, mate. It's too late. You made the promise last night, and then you ran away. Let's get some normality to the show. It's all being a bit hyper at the moment. Ian has said, honestly, no one, I don't know what this means. But good comment. Savva, you're still pumping money to Enix's pockets. I mean, how? How? What, because I bought myself a TV? Or because I've got Sky? You do realise my Sky package, right, is not just for Tottenham Hotspur. It's like box sets, films, music, documentaries, all the other sports as well. This whole you're pumping money into Levy narrative from Sky Sports is the biggest joke I've ever seen in my life. Alpesh saying, I was thinking you'd ordered Longley's contract. Not me, mate. Not me. Billy has said, please, not Longley. It feels like that, doesn't it? It does feel like that. I feel sorry, right? I feel sorry because Longley, I mean, look, he's not a terrible player. He's just not right for us. He can't run. He doesn't fit the system. It is what it is. Phil Pierce said Ange may not be the hero we wanted, but maybe is exactly the hero we need. Big up with the Batman references going on inside the place. Darius has said the same guy calling people nonce on multiple Spurs channels. Yeah, last night he targeted me. He targeted Tottenham Away. He targeted We Are Tottenham TV. Really sad. But you know what? Things like that unite the rest of us together. So big up to the what we got to get the nonce bandit, we call it. Like a, you know, when like they give serial killers a name, the nonce bandit or the nonce YouTube, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, big up. Had a couple of super chats. Strasbourg Steve has said, congrats on the 9K. You deserve it. Thank you very much. I'd like to think I deserve it. I've worked pretty hard for it. Random question, but who do you think will win La Liga? At the moment, I think Barcelona will. I think Real Madrid have got a better team, but Barcelona have got Lewandowski. I do feel that unless Real Madrid bring in a top forward, I don't think they're going to recover. Lewandowski guarantees you goals, goals, goals. Have Real Madrid got that? I'm not sure. There's been some news from David Ornstein. There's been some news from David Ornstein. Does anyone want me to read it out? Has anyone seen it? The news from David Ornstein. Are you ready? Guys and girls, this is changing the shape of the show. This is big news. I'm not even joking. Can you see that? David Ornstein, sorry, Steve, I'm going to come back to this super chat, has said exclusive. Bayern Munich have reached an agreement with Tottenham to sign Harry Kane. Sources in Germany indicate. FC Bayern proposal worth above 100 million euros accepted by Tottenham Hotspur FC. 30-year-old has been leaning towards staying, but must now make a decision. Let me know what you think of that. Let me know what you think of that. 1 second. I just need to let my main group know. Ornstein says Spurs have accepted Kane bid. 1 second. Could you bear with me 1 second? Sorry, this is one of the problems with going live. I just need to order myself a thumbnail, as you can imagine. Sorry, guys. When you need a thumbnail, you need a thumbnail, right? Breaking news. Ornstein said it. He's saying sources in Germany are saying it. I will wait until, let's see if Fabrizio Romano gets the same news. We'll see. I don't think Fabrizio said anything yet, but Ornstein's saying it. You know, when they all get the news that it's fast downhill. Where are we at with this, people? This is absolutely, my thumbnail guy is brilliant. This is madness. This is absolutely madness. What do we make of this? This is, I don't know. Are we surprised? Do you believe it? Do we believe it? This is absolutely, I'm a bit shocked. I didn't expect that to happen this morning, but it is a YouTuber's dream. 100 million plus. I've got a feeling. I don't know. I'm all over the place at the moment. Where are we going with this? Steve, I'll come back to your super chat. I promise I will. I promise. 100 million plus being accepted. I'm going to skip all the comments from the last 5-10 minutes, and I'm going to head down to this. I'll come back to them. No, I'm not on Twitter. What are we making of this, people? What are we making of this? Harry Kane. Has the bid been accepted? Will Kane go? Obviously, this doesn't mean he's definitely got to go, but will he go? Right, where are we? Kane is gone. Ornstein. Ridwan has said Ornstein. Kane gone. Ornstein. Kane gone. Kane to Munich. Kane. He's not gone yet. He's not gone yet, people. Let's call it for what it is. He has not gone yet. But is this true? Have Spurs finally accepted a bid? I can only imagine if Spurs have accepted this bid that they have had noise from Harry Kane that he might not sign the new contract. Now, just quickly before we move on, what I have done is I have put the link to becoming to subscribing into the chat. The comments are going absolutely potty. But what do you make of it? This is absolutely madness. I will try to get to comments. There are so many at the moment. This is the busiest I think I've ever seen it. Amazing how everyone is joining the channel now that Spurs apparently have had this done. Up to Kane now. Wilson just says, oh, crap. Valise said, Spurs the only Big Six club whose record score never won a trophy with them. Yep, true. Probably very true. Will Kane say no thanks? Yeah, we should do one of them. Savva, the Ornstein bomb. I'm waiting. What I'm waiting for is Jacob to pick it up and Romano to pick it up. Romano hasn't yet. I'm waiting. This is all very funny. Yeah, this is absolutely mental. Now, it doesn't mean it's true. It doesn't mean it's true. But hey, where do we? Yeah, I'm just seeing if any of the others want to come on to discuss. Wow. Wow. Paul O'Keefe has hit back. Paul O'Keefe has hit back at this and said the following. Here we go. Just to keep the news interesting, Paul O'Keefe has said, I was made aware this story was going to be run last night. Nobody Spurs related or Kane related backing it up yet. They may, of course, but it's very strange tactics. I don't know what to believe anymore. Is this Bayern Munich playing the Bayern Munich game? Has it finally happened? Yeah, everybody, Ornstein. Yeah, I'm there, mate. I'm there. We've done it. Savva doesn't read it out. I'm in denial. I don't know what that means. Morning to you. Good morning to you. Phil P. Should be ashamed of yourself. Right. Scenario time. Let's all calm down. Scenario time. I'm being added to WhatsApp groups for fun here. I'm being added to WhatsApp group. Wow. I'm being added to. Wow, I don't know what to do here. There's a lot going on. Guys and girls, I think like me, everyone will be a little bit shell-shocked. There's 798 of you in this chat. The link that is pinned is to subscribe. Smash that subscribe button. Here's what we're going to do today, people. We're going to get this to 9,100 today. Go over and smash that button. Let me know what you think about the proposal. It says euros, not pounds, but it says Spurs have accepted. David says that Ornstein is a gooner. I'm not sure what Ornstein being a gooner has got to do with anything. Yes, he does. Absolutely. It could be true. It could not be true. I agree with this. The club is not bigger than Kane. I've never been worried. If he goes, he goes. I would get Orban and Tapsoba. There you go. I would get Orban and Tapsoba. Yeah. Oh, 1 second. Yeah, I don't know what to make of this. I don't know. The problem nowadays is news used to be broken and it was fact. Now you get so many different reports. Ornstein saying it is. Ornstein saying according to reports in Germany. Paul O'Keefe saying he thought this was going to happen. Dennis has said, let's get Orban and Tapsoba. DJ Greenalert said we accepted 86.4 million apparently. If it's true, get Tapsoba and Orban with that money. I think a lot of people are saying the same thing. I agree. This is where my skepticism comes from. It is the per sources from Germany. If it was just Ornstein saying I've heard this is happening, then I'd put a bit more weight to it. But I'm just not sure. Yeah, I bet Romano will say, I confirm what Ornstein said. What I do like, though, is when Romano does do it and Ornstein broke it first, he never takes credit for it. He always says, as per whoever. So fair play to him. So many comments. I just can't. I just can't get there. Yeah, like I can't get to. I can't get to enough comments quickly enough. But I am trying. I'm just going to quickly do something, people. I'm just quickly editing the video. 1 second. One second. Right, there we go. Look, it's one of those things. We thought this might be coming. We're not sure. I think my missus is serious about moving to Saudi Arabia. I don't know what's going on here. The world's gone mad today. Harry Kane might be leaving Tottenham. My missus wants to go and live in Saudi Arabia. Not one of you has subscribed, and there's 954 of you in here. Right, 954 of you in here. Go over and smash that subscribe button. Smash that subscribe button. Let's get that to 9,100 in the next 10 minutes. Come on, people. The link is pinned. I've just put it in the chat again. Let's be good to us. Let's be good to the Spurs YouTubers that work hard for you people. TB has said, let the rebuild begin. Let's go. There are people that will look at this on a positive light. I am one of them. I think that it's not the end of the world, right? I don't think. Tottenham Andy, there's over 900 in the chat, my friend. There's over 900 in the chat. If we can get to 9,100, that would be absolutely phenomenal. Dan Davenport said, Savva, 100 million plus is too good to turn down. I agree. I do agree. I'm not saying this is definite, but if it has happened, it should happen. Not a disaster if true at all. Not a disaster. If anyone watches Angie's teams play, this is not a disaster. It's the best time to do it. This is the best time to do it. You cannot let this man go on a free. I know you don't understand this, but you cannot let this man go on a free. You cannot. You cannot. The title has been changed. Darius doesn't think he'll go. He won't go, though. Underground Man is living in denial. If he stays and goes on a free, fans like you can't complain next year when there's no money to buy strikers. Fans like you can't complain. Thank you. Keep subscribing, people. The Chelsea boy is in here and said Spurs are mudded. Why are we mudded? Who's your best striker? Eh? I'm only joking, my friend. Big Joe Trapp said, where do you think we will get goals from? From all over. Maddison will get goals. Solomon will grab some goals. Porro will grab goals. Doji. Sonny will grab 15, 16, 17 goals. Richarlison will grab 6 or 7 goals. Felice will grab 5 or 6 in his first season. We'll sign someone like Orban. People have to realise how Postecoglou plays his football. It is not all revolved around one player. Spurs fans really, really, really need to understand how this works. Big up to the 12 people that just subscribed. Come on, people. We should be able to get another 50 of you. There's 1,000 in the room. Smash that subscribe button. It is pinned. Smash the like button. This is absolutely crazy, crazy times. Hey, listen. Minish just said, don't go, Harry. There's a chance he doesn't want to go. Of course there is. Atsaz Rajat said, morning, Savva. Hope you're well. Thank you very much. I am well. Well, the personal terms we've been told are agreed. Doesn't mean he has to go, but the personal terms being agreed is different. Thank you to the 3 people that just subscribed. Come on, people. If we can get that to 9,100, that'll be the quickest 100 ever that I've got. That'll be what most people get. Big up, my man. How you doing, bro?
All good, thanks. All good. Waking up to the news about David Ornstein and Harry Kane.
Yeah. It's I don't know whether to believe it or not. I mean, look, I'll bring it up again, so we can. Oh, where is there it is? I'll bring it up so we can actually see what's been said. Look, would probably help if I scrolled that down, wouldn't it? David Ornstein. There you go. That should be big enough for people to read. Bayern Munich have reached an agreement with Tottenham to sign Harry Kane. This is the bit, where I'm like, sources in Germany indicate. But the proposal worth above 100 million euros accepted by Tottenham Hotspur Football Club has been leaning towards staying, but must now make a decision. So I like it. There's some caveats in there, isn't there? That, hey, I'm breaking news. I'm not willing to put my hat on it. I'm going to blame the Germans. And he might stay. What do you make of it all?
Yeah, no, I thought exactly the same thing when I read it, to be honest with you. When it said sources in Germany, it's not 100% nailed on, obviously. But, we're always going to have the rumours now until the end of the season. I just want it to be sorted now because, and I'm under the belief that someone at the club or people at the club know something that we don't, because it's too close to the season now. We play our first game against Brentford on the weekend, and I just feel like, Kane at the time said I want it sorted before the Brentford game. So, what does that? I mean,
it's 3 days away. He might I'm just playing devil's advocate. The Brentford game isn't here yet.
Yeah, it's not. But his words are, if I'm starting against Brentford, then the likelihood is that he's going to stay at Spurs. So, look, it's going to be a close one. I reckon it's going to be a close one. But on my tweet, I put down, it's if it's true, then it's the day that every rival Tottenham fan and the media have been waiting for.
For sure. For sure.
The culmination of their efforts for the last 7-8 years or whatever it is.
Mate, I tell you the funny, right. I tell you what, should we have a little look at, let's have a little look at Sky Sports News, right? I've just brought up the Sky Sports News, the kind of ticker on the transfer news. And literally, I've gone over to it. It's just yellow everywhere, right? Even if this isn't true, it's going to be a fun day, right? It's going to be fun. Nice. Right, here we go. Let's have a look. Present. Here we go.
Here we go, have we?
No. Sorry.
Here we go,
right. Right. Can you all see that? Let me remove this comment. Hopefully you can all see that. Let me know, Haz, if that gets better. Is that better?
Yep, that's better, yeah.
Okay, right. So that's better. So I won't be able to see what you're seeing. So I'll do one story at a time. So the first thing is, look, 10:43, 1 minute ago, from Paul Gilmore of Sky Sports, has said, breaking, Kane deal agreed, player leaning towards staying. Bayern Munich and Tottenham agreed deal for England captain Harry Kane. Kane has a decision to make. He is leaning towards staying with Tottenham, but it's ongoing. Then, obviously, Florian Plettenberg wants to get involved. He loves it over there in Germany. He said, yes, there's an agreement in principle between the clubs confirmed. Kane is on the verge of joining. So you've got different reports.
Wow.
And then just a little bit earlier was breaking news, which is what we saw from David Ornstein. And what's the latest with Kane? It's all going to be Harry Kane. I don't know if Fab has jumped on the bandwagon yet, old Fab Romano, but I fail to believe he's going to let all these reporters get to him first. He has.
We know if Fab gets there, then we know it's going to be accurate, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Absolutely. I love this. This guy is so against the deal that he's like, Ornstein's against Spurs. What about Paul Gilmore? What about Florian Plettenberg? Hey, we'll see. Right. So what it looks like is that a deal has been agreed. And from reading in between the lines, this all now pins on, not on Tottenham, not on Bayern Munich, on Harry Kane himself. Now, reports came out a long time ago that personal terms had been agreed, that his camp had been in talks with Bayern Munich for a very long time. Now it's the moment. Yeah, now is where is the juice worth the squeeze? This is now on Harry Kane. Does he stay? Does he go?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, there's no smoke without fire. I've got no doubt that, they've sort of agreed terms. Everything's been agreed. But why would he sort of change his mind this far down now once, the prices have been agreed, reportedly? It's obvious that he's wanted this move since it first came out. So why leave it till now? Why leave it till, the start of the season to then say, actually, I'm going to have a little think about it now? Is it because of Ange's football or what Ange's managed to do in the last 4 games? I doubt that, because he's probably seen about 7, 8 managers in his time, maybe more. So, I think, huge decision for Harry Kane. But I reckon that decision would have been made a long time ago, and it's just a fee.
Yeah, do you know what? I agree with you, Haz. I think for me, it's got to be. And by the way, there's 1,250 of you in the chat, which is ridiculous. No one seems to be working at 10:47 a.m. in the UK. But big up to each and every one of you. Guys and girls, smash that like button. As I said, we are going for 100 subs in 1 hour. We are 58 away, 58 along. Smash that button.
Ali Gold has, perhaps someone said that Ali Gold has tweeted that an agreement has been reached as well.
Right.
I don't know if we can confirm that, but if we can, we'll put it up on the show.
Yeah, let me go. Yeah, don't worry. You make me do extra work there, Haz. Don't worry. I'll have a look. Alice, it's Alistair with a G. Alistair Gold. Okay.
Let me see if I can find it as well.
It's all right. I've got it, mate. I've got it. Yeah, it's not my first time doing a YouTube show. I've got this, my bro. I've got this. Right, here we go. No, that's not it. Yes, here it is. Right, here we go. Look, I think when they all break that news, they're either all wrong, right, or they've all got the same information. Can you see that? Right, there we go. Can you see that? So, Alistair Gold, as per at David Ornstein, Bayern and Spurs have reached an agreement for Harry Kane. Now it's down to the player. All those people has saying Ornstein is Arsenal. Ornstein. Well, that's Ornstein, Sky Sports, Plettenberg, Alistair Gold. Do we need more people to confirm it, or are we comfortable?
People are holding out for Romano, if I'm being honest with you. Honestly, look, if Romano puts a tweet out today, then we know 100% for sure that it's accurate and it's real.
Yeah.
That's where we're at, aren't we? Romano's your man, but look, there's got to be some truth in it. Ali Gold doesn't do willy-nilly tweets as well, so let's just see how the day goes. I think there's going to be some sort of development today, but it's interesting how they all mention that it's all on Harry Kane now, because our understanding for the last few weeks was that Harry Kane was for the move and he wanted the move, but all of a sudden now it's all on Harry Kane. So what has changed in that period of time for now Harry to be like, actually, I want to have a little think about it, if that is the case?
I'll ask you this question. Right? And by the way, there's 1,350 people in here. This is a new record for me. Haz, you're part of it. You're part of it, mate. It's you and your sexy trainers in the background there helping everyone. By the way, that shirt you've got, which would be to your right, I reckon, if I'm looking at it. Reminds me, that always makes me think of Yunus Kabul. Always makes me think of Yunus Kabul. Guys and girls, listen, there is over 1,350 people in here. Go and smash that subscribe button. Stop being tight. We should be smashing the crap out of this. 9,065. We should get that to 9,200. If we get it to 9,200, I will give away a shirt of your choice. Is that fair enough?
Also, I just want to mention our channel, Southview's Coys. We're 44 away from 1,000 subscribers. Honestly, it mean the world to us and the team as well if we can reach that milestone. And there might even be something in it for everyone as well. So, get over to our channel as well if you can.
And if one of the mods can put their link in the chat, I will bring that up on the screen. Come on, guys and girls. This is a monumentous day. Let's keep smashing the likes, smashing the subscribes. Let's get some super chats. Sorry, I kind of glossed Steve just as I was about to read out your super chat properly. Kane news broke. I will talk about this later. I do think Barcelona will win it because of Lewandowski. Big up to East London Gooner. Big up to you and your son, who I know will be watching. Said, Savva, have a drink on me. You deserve it for putting up with the evil trolls. Are you calling Haz an evil troll? Is that who you're referring to? No, listen, thank you so much, mate. I really do appreciate that. And look, trolls will be trolls. It is what it is. But thank you so much. Strip Bear has been a member for a month. Big up, Strip Bear, who spammed the crap out of my show yesterday. But big up to you. And the last one coming in was from Tigaro, single parent theory. Says, my car's engine seized today and I'm up for a new car or a new engine. This will be my last super chat to the Spurs community for a while. Love the content of all the Spurs YouTubers. Big up Savva. Come on, you Spurs. Listen, good luck to you getting the car you want. A new car for you. A new striker for Bayern Munich. Who knows? Let's explore that a bit further, Has, in terms of, you make a great point. All of the noise up until now has been personal terms agreed. He just needs the fee to be accepted in order to go. I'm going to ask you this. All of these people saying, oh, he's leaning towards staying now. Would they have that access to Kane? Surely that information, like Kane signing personal terms, you could get that information. But Kane's personal feelings surely would be with him and his agent. Surely that wouldn't just be leaked to everybody to say he's leaning to stay. Is this just media talk?
There's got to be something in it. There's got to be something, because they all mention it. They all mention it. I know. I know these ITKs and everyone, they all jump on the bandwagon, and once someone puts something out, they'll put the same thing out. I get that. But, you know, he would have spoken to his agent, but he would have also spoken to representatives from the club high up, you know, in the hierarchy, to say, you know, this is where we're at. This is how I'm feeling. You know, obviously, you've got to put Daniel Levy in that conversation as well, because he's going to be, you know, kept abreast of the situation as well. So there are a few people that would know, not just Harry Kane's agent, but also, you know, officials high up in the chain of command at Tottenham Hotspur. So how that gets leaked out, I don't know, but we do know that it does happen. You know, things do get leaked out. So it's not just between Harry Kane and his agent. I think other people surely know, because, look, listen, let's be honest. There'll probably be people every day or every other day saying, Harry, have you made a decision? Harry, what's going on? We need to know, because, you know,
hence why they've not rolled him out in front of a single camera all pre-season.
Exactly that. Yeah.
I mean, look, I've always been of this opinion. I know not everyone is, and I know some people, it will really upset them. I don't think it's the end of the world. I truly believe the more I watch Gift Orban, right, the more I think about, hang on, what if we get Gift Orban and Tapsoba and possibly another fullback? All of a sudden, I'm thinking to myself, this is a really good team. We're going to score goals, Has. We create 14, 15 chances against Barcelona. Right? We create 30 chances against Shakhtar Donetsk. We're going to create, right?
But look, like we said before, there's too much sentiment in football these days. All right,
Yeah,
Harry
sure.
Kane has arguably been one of the best players, if not some would say the best player Spurs has ever had. But look, at the end of the day, he's going to be bringing in potentially 100 million plus. Okay, we won't be losing him on a free for next season. We've all seen what Angie's doing at the football club at the moment, and we've all seen that we're in desperate need of players in certain areas, especially the defensive area. So why not, you know, use that money this season, you know, address the issues that we have, if not this season, next season, or in January, rather than losing Harry on a free for next season, and then it's like the same old, you know, spinning circle again. You know, we've got to sell players, this, that, and the other. You know, it's, in my opinion, we'll move on. Okay, it's a win-win for all parties, because look, Harry's going to Bayern. He's not going to another Premier League club, so we won't be playing against him, or he won't be playing against us. And we're getting a hell of a lot of money for him. So, look, like you mentioned, there's players out there like Orban, for instance, who's banging in 5-6 goals every 2 weeks for his club in Europe. You know, so
exactly, he's not the only striker in the world. Look, these comments like this, where I feel like, again, when you just said there, the word you used was sentiment. I think when people say things like this, like, I don't care about the money. Yeah, but it's not about you. That's the problem. It's not about me. It's not about you. It's not about Has. It's not about everyone else. It's about, if Harry Kane walks on a free, people will be going, where's the replacement? Right? Where's the replacement? Where's the rebuild? Well, there can't be one, because Harry Kane has walked for free. That's the thing I don't get with Has, when so many people have this. They don't care. He costs us nothing, so he should go for nothing. I can't get on board with that, Has, in any way, shape or form. It's not how any other football club operates.
I have seen so many players go from this club. You know, I've seen
I've
seen your Bales go. You know, I've
Yep.
seen your Sheringhams go. So many massive players that have left the club, and I thought, wow, you know, it's a shame he's gone, but we've moved on. We've moved on after all of those players have left. And guess what? The same is going to happen after Kane leaves as well. I love Kane. You know, Kane,
Everyone
for me,
does.
has been the best thing to happen at Tottenham Hotspur over the last 10 years, without a shadow of a doubt. But look, we have to face the facts. We have to face the facts. He's 30 years old. He's just turned 30. He's not won anything at Tottenham Hotspur. His resale value is going to go down once he's hit 30. That's a fact. And there's a club willing to pay £100 million for his services.
Yeah.
We've brought in a new manager who needs funds to get new players in, and he's proven that he's going to play a fantastic brand of football next season. What is the problem?
I don't know.
I would like to know. Look, first of all, I think it was Chasey, right? Chasey, thank you for being on the show and being part of the chat, first of all.
Yeah.
But I would really like to know why you would like to see Kane stay. Just you know, I just want you to elaborate on what you said. You know,
but here's another one. Like, back your striker. What's wrong? But when you say back your striker, are you saying back Kane? Listen, I just want to say, for anyone that's saying that, I don't think that ever in any of these conversations I can't get it out of my head now. Never will the issue be Harry Kane's ability. Never in selling him will it be, gotta sell him, he's not any good anymore. It's never been about that. It's always been about, he has 1 year left. And Chelsea did it with Eden Hazard, right? But look at PSG this window. Mbappe, you don't want to play for us, you are transfer listed.
No problem. Because they'll
Spurs fans, like, Spurs fans crying. It's like, it's absolutely mental. And then we say we want to be a big club. Can't be a big club if you're going to worry when things like this happen.
Savva, can you bring in Walter Boberg at 10:58, please? He's got a comment up. I just want to...
10:58. I'm still on 10:46. 1 second, mate.
You're going to have to fast forward.
And, mate, there are... Honestly, big up to everyone inside. There's nearly 1,400 people inside the house. Big up to everyone. I'm trying to get to 10:58, and I'm just scrolling. I
can read it out. It's not a problem.
Hang on, I'm nearly there.
Yeah,
I've not done all this for nothing, mate. 10:58. Walter Boberg, is it?
That's the one. Yeah, it's just above
10:57. Right. YouTube is showing me I'm getting 65 messages a minute. This is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know how anyone can cope with this. This is why the bigger YouTubers don't read out everyone's comments. It's impossible. That's
the one. So Walter Boberg says the problem is that we are not comfortable that we'll get in the right players. I get that, but we're going to face this problem somewhere down the line. Okay. The fact is, Walter, that we're facing this problem now when we're going to have £100 million coming, you know, into the coffers, right? If we keep him, we're not going to get that money. So we're not going to be able to have that dilemma of bringing players in. This is what I mean. So we're going to face this problem somewhere down the line, okay, when Harry eventually says, I want to go, but we're not going to be getting £100 million plus. Okay, so we have to address it now, in my opinion.
Oh, for sure, you've got to. As I've said before, it is criminal. It is criminal if he leaves on a free. And I'll come back to that in a second. But Romano, that is now, I think, the full suite of all the reporters that people trust.
Yeah.
Fabrizio Romano has also said Bayern and Tottenham have reached an agreement in principle for Harry Kane, worth more than €100 million package. As David Ornstein reported, it's now up to the player. Kane has to make final decision very soon after long negotiations. Now, the key thing for me here, everyone, is why on earth would Kane have let this drag on all this time if he wasn't going to go? This is what I don't understand. Why would he have dragged that on? Like, he could have come out a month ago and said, I don't want to go Bayern Munich. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to go Germany. That would have been the easy way. Without saying I don't want to leave, he could have said, I don't want to move to Germany.
Yeah.
He hasn't. We've gone all this time. A bid's been accepted. Is there any way this guy turns this down?
You can't. Look, at the end of the day, the club's rejected 3 other bids. Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. Nah.
Fair enough. No, that's not going to happen. But look, at the end of the day, the club's rejected 3 other bids that they thought wasn't, good enough. That Bayern's come back with a fee that's acceptable. But like everyone else, I was under the impression that Kane, wanted to go, and it was just the fees that were to be agreed. So yeah, something has either changed or someone's just leaked something out that's not true. But look, one thing's for sure, something's happening today, and could be done before that Brentford game. Because let's not forget, like I said earlier on, Harry Kane mentioned, I want this sorted before the Brentford game. So it's no coincidence now, a couple of days before that game, we're getting all these, all this information coming out, especially from Romano, to say it's all been accepted. So yeah, it's very weird. It's strange. And we're never going to know what's changed unless someone comes out and says, well, this happened and this changed Harry's mind, etc., etc. It's just one of those things that we'll never know, but it's certainly strange.
Yeah. I mean, look, a couple of comments I've seen that I wanted to bring up. Some I disagree with, some I agree with. I'm just going to have a look at these. First of all, this one. People engage with football very differently. Some want to see Kane play in our colours. Why is that hard to understand? I didn't say they were dumb. They aren't dumb because they don't engage. What I said was I can't believe it. Right, first and foremost, let me pick this apart. We've seen Harry Kane in our colours for a decade, right? So it's not like he's never played for us. We've seen him for a decade. I'll tell you what I find hard to understand is it's not about engaging with the financial side. I'm not an accountant, but these same very fans, if he walks on a free, will then be accusing Daniel Levy of not buying a replacement, not doing a rebuild, when we would have made no money from him. How do all the other clubs operate? You look at Man City now. Look at Man City spend big, but you look at their outgoings every year. You look this year, 2 or 3 will go. 2 or 3 will go that make them 100 million. 2 or 3 will come in. Chelsea, sell players. Man United, look at them, shifting players out. That's what happens. If you want Kane to go on a free, then you cannot be upset next year when he isn't replaced.
Hit the nail on the head. You've hit the nail on the head. You can't be upset.
Right.
If what you want is to see Kane for another year in our shirt, right, and you're not bothered about, whether we get anything for him next season and that we can't complete the rebuild journey that we're on, then that's on you. Personally, I will always put the club above any player or any one person. Okay. So for me, the club comes before anything else. The team come before anything else. We can't have this much sentiment for one player. Yes, we can all, admire what he's done. We can all adore Harry Kane till the sun comes down. But the fact is, look, I'll put another spin on it, right? Harry Kane has given everything for this football club, right? He's banged in goals left, right, and centre. He became the club's top goal scorer. Yes, people are going to say he might not have turned up in finals, but look, he's been loyal to the hilt. Okay. Now this guy is also bringing in £100 million for our club, for the club that he loves, and he's not going to another rival club. These are the facts. Okay, this is the way I see it. He's giving us, this, gift, a leaving gift, so to speak.
Yeah.
So.
It's absolutely madness. Listen, 100 million euros, not pounds. The bid we're being told, though, is above 100 million euros. So we don't know at the moment whether it's 110, 115, plus that. We don't know what is going on with that. So people are just using it loosely. Let's not be pedantic. I will, this one. Phil Pearce said, I love Kane, but he's never gotten us over the line for silverware. He's never won a league game at the empty crates. Listen, I love Kane. I just think that other clubs lose big players all the time. Do you know what I mean? It's not the big meltdown at other clubs that it is at Tottenham Hotspur. Alex Little has said 100 million euros. What a disgusting joke. and I know if we get top 4 next season, there is €100 million.
Oh.
So bad business. This again, this is, I believe the word is a fallacy. This isn't true.
We've debunked that theory because you won't be getting €100 million for just being in the Champions League. We sort of spoke about this last week on last week's show. Getting to the final, you'll get somewhere close to that mark. Now, Tottenham aren't getting into the final of the Champions League. Let's be honest. You'll get some sum of money, but you're not going to get 100 million. Also, the money that you get paid from the Champions League is sort of in phases. So you don't get a lump sum, so to speak. £100 million in your bank, right? You can go out and you can start spending that money wherever you need to spend it. So that, for me, just makes no sense. I'm sorry. I'm not. Thank you for your comment, but it just, yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think that, look, again, there's two ways of looking at this, right? If we all look at it with our Spurs blinkers on, it's awful news. If I remove my hat and look at it as a football fan, I think it works for all parties. Bayern Munich need a striker. He gets out of the Premier League, so we don't have to worry about the whole, he's going to come back and score against us. He's not going to a rival. And it means the football club can actually go and move on. We cannot be a one-man team. We can actually build and look at the football we're playing under this guy. So I'm going to add this to it. Add Gift Orban and Tap Sober at the back. Right? We are a better team. We are a better team. I'm going to say it. And here's Barry, looks like he's got a halo above his head with that light coming through.
Well, it's the sun, but you know.
Oh, really? Well, I didn't know. I didn't realize it was the sun. Thanks for sharing that. Barry, just before I come to you, a couple of other comments. Justin has said we are not PSG or Chelsea. They are clubs that can easily win trophies and replace players. We can replace him, just not with a Harry Kane. You build a team. It's what people are not getting. Underground Man has said Tottenham are not in a position to do without Kane. We might not like it, but it's true. Richarlison a joke. If Harry Kane goes, it won't be Richarlison.
Can I say something?
Go for it, man.
Yeah, welcome, by the way. Nice to see you, mate. Is everyone under the impression that we're going to keep Harry Kane for the next 5 years? He's going to be at our football club forever? Because all I'm seeing is we can't replace Harry Kane. We can't replace Harry Kane. We're going to have to replace Harry Kane. He's going to have to be replaced at some point. This is the whole point of it. We're getting money, you know, from his sale to be able to try and replace him. I don't get what the issue is. I know people want to see him in our shirt, but people, honestly, we've got to think about this logically. We have to think about it logically because people are putting the last 10 years and what he's done over what should happen now.
Yeah, over what right? We need as a football club.
What we need as a football club at the moment. And for me, I respect everyone's opinions. I respect everyone's opinions always, but for me, it just doesn't make sense, you know.
Just want to show you this quickly. I just want to show you this. This is interesting. So this is going to be one of those days, people. By the way, there's 1,478 people in the chat. If you haven't subscribed, why not? Putting on a show for you. I'm putting the link in the chat. Smash that subscribe button. And I just want to say thank you to everyone because I'm not sure if you can see this, but we have hit 100 subscribers in 1 hour and 1 minute. Wow. 1 hour and 1 minute, 100 subscribers. So thank you very much for that. Right, this is I found interesting, guys. And so I will come to you, Nick, but lots is happening all the time. So the Spurs Express have said that have reported that Matteo Moretto has said the fee for Kane is 120 million euros with add-ons. If I do this, 120 million euros in pounds.
95 million.
103,600,000.
Wow,
everyone hear that?
Take the money now.
Did everyone hear that?
Take the money now.
120 million euros in pounds.
120 million euros equals 103,650,000.
Yeah. 103 million pounds for a bloke with 1 year on his contract. And then above, they've said a club with any sort of ambition to succeed already has deals in place to reshape the squad after accepting a bid for their best player. Barry, I'm coming to you. I get the feeling Kane will go, and you're going to see 2 or 3. Eze, Tapsoba, Orban. What do you make of all this, Barry? And thanks for that light that's shining into my face.
I can.
He's trying to move in front of it now. Then.
Let me just
Hang on.
let me turn my streaming light off. I don't need it.
Hang on. We'll fix this. We can fix this. Hang on.
No, it's fine. Go on.
No. We'll fix it. We'll
No, come on. Keep the show going. Let's go. Let's go. What's happening?
I think for me, it's been last night. Apparently, obviously, you saw the messages that I'd got that someone inside the club that Tottenham had accepted the bid, and then Kane had refused it. Now they've refused the bid, and now it's mate. I look. It's still all set up, right? Maddison, I said this after Sunday's game. Maddison doesn't have a squad number. His number was 10 at Leicester. This is the natural progression. Then we see Kane, wants it done by the weekend. This transfer saga is flip-flopping more than I am on my opinions of whether Kane's staying or going.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Just quickly, I'm going to debunk this again, Alex Little. I think the thing is, it's really important to engage with history before you actually type. You get 100 million euro in merch. Okay, you're going to get euros in merch for many players. I don't believe Harry Kane makes that much money in merch. I'm going to be brutally honest. Also, match day revenue. I hate to break it to you. Whether Harry Kane is in the team or not, every single game next season is going to be sold out. Boys, do you agree?
Yep,
every single game is going to be sold out.
First 4 games is already sold out.
There you go. Also, you attract a better class of player being in the Champions League. Please show me where that's been true for Spurs in the last 10, 15 years.
Who's Chelsea this season? They're not in the Champions League, are they?
There you go. And we have nothing this season. Okay, your last point on that. Wasn't Kane in the team last year that contributed to us getting nothing this season? Dude, if you're going to come at me, make your points undebatable. Guys, look, I'm not saying he'll go. We don't know him unless any of you have met him and had a proper chat with him. Barry, what I was saying to Haz earlier and what we were talking about was this has rumbled on for so long that how would they possibly let it get to this close, a deal agreed, and then Kane walks away? Barry?
I think
unbelievable. Unbelievable. Barry, did you hear that?
No, I didn't. I was switching over my connection as well. All sorts of technical things going on.
No worries. And once I ask you this, I'm going to stop for the first time in an hour and 5 minutes and have a water. Surely this has rumbled on so long, Barry. This has rumbled on so long. I fail to believe that Kane and his people would have let it get to this stage to accepting a bid to say, no, we don't want to come. This is madness, right? If he does that. From an outsider looking in, I'm just saying that would be madness.
Yeah. Look, I woke up this morning and I kind of thought today's got to be D-Day, right? Because they're doing they're going to be getting prepared for Sunday's game. Everything else is kind of going to be in the kind of works for them to. I mean, look, if this is a way of Harry Kane getting another contract, can you imagine this evening? Kane rejects and signs a £500,000 a week contract on a 4-year deal at Spurs. Can you?
At least if he does, it's over with.
Yeah.
Also, Bazza, he's going to be the butt of jokes from every corner of the country if he doesn't accept it and go.
Taz, my phone is I've already had messages. The first message I got to on our FPL group, can you wipe your tears now? Kane's leaving. I was like, it's up to the player. And literally, and I'm sure everyone else's phone, every WhatsApp group, everything else with other fans is just going off. Can we just, Harry Kane, if you're watching, because there are a lot of people watching, make a decision either way. If you stay in, sign a contract. Let's put this to bed because this is unsettling for Ange and the team and moving forward. So we need to just get it whichever way because it's gone on far too long. And I can't believe for one moment that Kane's representatives are sitting there going, well, they've accepted a bid. What do we do now? I'll just tell them no. We were just having a laugh. Do you know what I mean?
Savva has the same attendance as a Luton home game. I mean, that's a little bit. I'll take it. I don't quite think they're that small a stadium. Just before I move on, welcome Perchy, guys and girls. We have had we've had 127 subscribers in an hour and 8 minutes. Smash that like button. Subscribe to everyone on the panel. Listen, it is a big day. Whether you believe the news, I think you've got to believe the news now, right? Whether you like the news, whether you don't like the news, whether he stays, whether he goes, this is a big day. This is a defining day in Tottenham Hotspur's history. Perchy, a lot of... Actually, sorry, I should do these. Sorry, Perchy, I should do these. Jim, just a guy who loves Spurs, said, Nick, is that your bra on the washing line? Big up, Nick. Airing his laundry. Anna Dawes, a big supporter of the channel, has said, we sold integral players before for big money. Why are fans crying about this sale? Players come and go. That's football. If he goes, we move on. Anna, I can't disagree. I can't agree more. I've seen players come and go before at this level. We have survived. We've done well. It's fine. SOF.
What I will say is Romano's been very quiet. Why has Romano not said anything?
Romano said it.
Has he?
Yeah, Romano. They've all announced it, mate. Every one of them has announced it.
Sorry, 21 million. Yeah, 21 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Just quickly, people are mentioning why everyone's mentioning David Ornstein in their tweets, like Romano did as well, because it wasn't actually Romano that broke it. It's actually David Ornstein that's broken the news. So Romano can't then go and say breaking news.
Yeah.
That's the reason why it's nothing in it.
Absolutely. I'm getting people, when you're a YouTuber, people send you pictures all the time. And Matt Law is saying that he understands, I know this isn't Kane, but Matt Law understands that Liverpool have outbid Chelsea for Moises Caicedo. That's got to be... That is mental. Is that the real Matt Law account?
No, he hasn't got a blue tick, has he?
I don't think he ever has he? But, I mean, it's got... I mean, this is mental if it has. Suggestion, however, remains that Caicedo would prefer Chelsea. Are Chelsea and Liverpool doing a little tit for tat on Lavia and Caicedo? But again, it's all absolutely moving mad. Hang on, there's another report coming in here. Sorry, bear with me. This is absolutely mental. It is Matt Law's official account. I can confirm. I doubt that his fake account would have 566,000 followers. So it is his official account. The transfer market is going mad today, or as the kids would say, it's popping. It's popping. And I am not cool enough to say that. When me and my missus were thinking of painting one of our rooms two-tone, like one wall, one colour the other. And I said, this colour will make that colour pop. And she went, don't ever say that. Like, you're not that guy. You're not cool enough. Perchy, you're on mute, by the way. But Tyree Bennett, it's a big up Savran has. Man like ITK Savnav.
Savnav, I like that.
Savnav. Yeah, cool. I like that. Dylan has said, Fabrizio Romano has said it's true now. Yeah, he said it. Tigaro, single parent theory, has said last one, there will be a buyback clause. Look, it's going to be very interesting to see about all that. Thank you to absolutely everyone. Keep smashing the likes. Listen, there's 1,570 people in the show and there's only 630 likes. We should be at 1,000 likes. Smash that like button,
guys.
people.
Yeah, let's do this.
It's free. And on the subscriber front, listen, you've got to make hay while the sun shines. We're on 9,130. If we get to 9,200, I'm giving away a shirt of your choice. 9,130. Smash that subscribe button. Guys, buyback clause. If this deal happens, why on earth would we want a buyback clause for a player that will then be 33 or 34? Surely we move on, Perchy, and we move on properly.
The buyback clause is irrelevant. Listen, even if it's in there, it's ridiculous. What the problem with the buyback clause is it then makes the value less of the deal. So like, the argument is why would Bayern Munich, I think you have to think about it rationally. Bayern Munich are about to spend over £100 million, 120 million euros, whatever the fee is, why would they go and say, well, we're going to put a buyback clause for 85 euros in? Why would they do that? It makes no sense. It makes no sense for Tottenham. It makes no sense for Bayern Munich. That, for me, if it's in there, is ridiculous. And it's all that is. It's a way for Daniel Levy to make himself look, well, look, guys, we can buy him back. What? So when Harry Kane goes and wins the treble at Bayern Munich next season, he's going to go, yeah, do you know what? I'm going to go back to Tottenham now. No, he's going to stay there and win more and more trophies. For me, I'm seeing everyone say this, by the way, selling Kane late in the window. No, selling Kane on the last day of the transfer window is a problem.
Yeah.
If we sold him on the last day, we'd have done what we did with Dimitar Berbatov, Gareth Bale, all of that lot. No, what we've done, we're selling him now. Listen, we've still got time to go and buy players, and now we have to. What I will say, there is no more excuses now for Daniel Levy not to go and buy players. He's got have to. There is no way in hell that Daniel Levy is not going to go and buy players now. It would be crazy. Of course he is. We're about to get 100 million quid in the bank. Of course, I know it. I'm not going to sit there and say that we get it all in one.
You know what, Perchy? Do you know what, Perchy? I think a lot of people, look, we always use the word if. He hasn't gone. Yeah. If he goes and we do bring in Tapsoba, I'll just say these three for the moment, Tapsoba, Eze, Orban, for example, I think a lot of people are going to look really silly when we are a very good football team that are surviving and playing well without Kane.
Agreed. And I think this is the part where the meltdown, by the way, people, it's nuts. It's so hyperbolic. Oh my God, he's selling Harry Kane 3 days before the season starts. We knew that was going to be the case. The deadline was if he plays against Brentford, he's staying. So I don't get why everyone's going crazy about it. We knew the deadline. That was the deadline, was the game at the first game of the season. So it's like, I just find it mad. This is what I find at the moment. What I'm finding really weird at the moment is people going full circle on their opinions. It's funny now. All the people that wanted Harry Kane to stay are absolutely going crazy. But they wouldn't, by the way, if Harry Kane stayed and played against Brentford, they wouldn't have gone, thank you, Daniel, for keeping Harry Kane. They wouldn't have done that. So you have to be balanced with this. I've always stood by it. For me, I said, if you get over 100 million quid for a player with 1 year left on his contract, and it doesn't matter who, you can't not accept it. You can't not accept it. That's crazy. Whether we like Daniel Levy or not, and a lot of us don't like Daniel Levy and we want change at this football club. This man has to do the best interest for Tottenham. He's not going to do the best interest for Harry Kane. He's not going to do the best interest for anyone. He's got to do the best interest in the sustainability of the football club. Whether we like it or not, by the way, I don't like Daniel Levy and I don't know the way he operates the football club. However, it would be stupid to not accept it and let a player like Harry Kane go for nothing. £100 million. You could lose £100 million in 12 months. And I'll put this out to people.
Exactly. And that's the thing, right? The same people that would be celebrating that he's staying next season would turn around and go, I can't believe we've lost him on a free.
Yeah, there'd be
right.
Daniel Levy to go on a free. Agreed.
Barry, this is it. Haz and I talked about this earlier. If you are a fan that wants Harry Kane to stay for one more year and walk on a free, because that is essentially the risk you're taking. If he walks on a free and then next summer they're sitting there going, oh my God, Spurs haven't bought a 60, 70 million pound striker. Spurs haven't bought this. All right. Well, where do you want that money to come from?
Exactly.
Because funny enough, you've just let your best player go for nothing.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And again, it is heart over head every time. Heart over head. If we want to be a big club, if we want to build and grow, I care about the team. I'm not a Harry Kane fan. I'm a Tottenham Hotspur fan. I was a Spurs fan before Harry Kane was born, right? For some of us of that age, I was a Spurs fan before Harry Kane was born. I was going down to, I watched Spurs win an FA Cup live at Wembley before Harry Kane was born, right? So if Harry Kane goes, thank you very much for everything.
Agreed.
A legend, our top goal scorer. But all of these people now has that all of a sudden Spurs won't be able to score a goal. I think they think we're playing in a Conte system. We will score goals. I think we've seen it in pre-season. We will score goals for fun.
We played the best football I've seen in a long time against Barcelona the other day, and Kane wasn't in that team. I'm not saying we might not have played better. We might have played better if Kane was in the team or not. But the fact is, he wasn't playing, and with the type of football that we played against Barcelona, well, that's a taste of what's to come. But in terms of people saying, you know, if he goes, this, that, and the other, he should stay. Look, at the end of the day, the offer on the table is phenomenal for a player who has a year left on their contract at 30 years of age. That's just ridiculous. I've not heard of anything like that before. You know, we were looking at the deal for Bissouma, 35 mil for a player with a year left on his contract, and even then we was thinking, oh, it's a bit much for a player with a year on his contract. 100 mil? Oh, come on, guys.
It's mad, isn't it?
And also, you can't have two bites of the cherry. You can't have him stay and then moan next season when we can't bring anyone in because we've not got the funds.
But this is what we said. I mean, look, Barry has his right. At the end of the day, I just want people to have that same energy. If he does walk on a free next year, all of those people, Perchy, I'll do what we just said in the back stream. Perfect. Thanks, mate. All of these people next year, I don't want them to start blaming Daniel Levy. Now, I don't like Daniel Levy, but if Daniel Levy accepts a bid which is in the best interest of the club to go and reinvest, and these fans then get annoyed at that, they can't then get annoyed at him if he walks on a free. That's only fair, right, Barry?
Yeah, look, I think I've seen why, you know, the meltdown. Why are we letting him leave? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing that? Look, the key message here is that if it's reinvested, if we then stumble and bumble to the end of August, and then we just see a Clement Longley come in, and Orban fails and everything else, then we can. This is what we need to do, right? We need to, like you said, Perchy. The deadline for Harry Kane was Sunday's game, right?
Everyone knew that. We knew that weeks ago.
Yeah, let's not lose our mind until we know. We get to Sunday, right? The club accepts the bid. It's in Kane's hand. Yeah, hang on. And then when we get to the end of the window, then let's start seeing where we are. I said weeks ago, the key word here is patience, and patience till the end of the window. Now, some people were sitting there and going, oh, well, now Barry loves Levy, the patience, we've seen this for 23 years, blah, 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 the normal narrative, right? Let's just wait and see until what happens at the end of the window. If we get to the end of the window and we've signed a Gift Orban, we've signed an Eze, and we've signed another defender that's not Clement Longley, I don't think it's going to be Tapsoba, by the way, but we sign another defender that's going to bolster our squad, then we need to see what's happening, right? And like Ange said, right, Ange came out with a brilliant quote this morning about the passion and the love and wanting to do well for this football club. Look what he said to Maddison. Tottenham Hotspur will be, you know, whether you're here or not, we're going on this direction. So come on,
Barry. What I want to say on this is where people, I think, have jumped the gun with the Daniel Levy thing. This is where I'll say that I will be beside every single person that we're having to go at Daniel Levy if the transfer window shuts and we've not signed another player. If we've not signed another player and the transfer window shuts, I'll go with every single person and gone, nope, it was the wrong decision to sell Harry Kane because we've not brought anyone in. But let's be realistic here. You really think Daniel Levy and Tottenham are not going to go and sign a Gift Orban? It doesn't really matter. They're going to spend and buy players now. Of course they are.
Imagine Perchy, can you imagine, right? What does City want for Laporte? 25 million. Imagine we go and just say
this could be a reason.
35 million. Done. Get him in. 35 million.
This is what I mean. This is the sort of thing where you can convince it sounds mad because people go, well, it's Harry Kane, you're losing your best player. However, the one thing though, what players now will be very excited to come to Tottenham, and hear me out for one moment on this part. Hear me out on this bit. Not a Lukaku, no chance. Yeah. But my point is look at players like a Gift Orban. You know, people bringing up quotes about he wants to play and he wants to be winning stuff, blah, blah, blah. Actually, do you know what? Without Harry Kane there, he can go, there's an easier chance of me starting every single week now. You'll look at these sort of players that will go, do you know what? I can be the next Harry Kane. I'll be the next Harry Kane at Tottenham. And you'll see the like, and even
you know what I think it does. You know what I think it does if he goes. I think Son goes down the middle. Son has a flyer and changes and whatever we want. It removes everything that we've been discussing the last week, where Son doesn't fit Harry, on that left wing. Son goes down the middle and has an absolute blinder. We've got Solomon / Perisic. I mean, look, I think actually it works in our favour with him.
I've always said this, Barry, right? I think, like Sean always says, you never want to lose Kane, but if you're going to lose Kane, this manager and this system is the system in which you can do it. Now, I just want to address this comment. I've never heard a word from the panel. We might not have mentioned it so far in the last hour, about Kane's goal scoring record and how hard it will be to find a replacement for under £100 million. Marco, I might speak for myself here. I'm not speaking for the rest of the panel. They can have their say in a second. I'll be honest. My first thought as a fan isn't Harry Kane breaking a Premier League goal scoring record. My first thought is, what is best for Tottenham? If it is best for Tottenham for Harry Kane to leave on a free, then I don't know what we're doing here at this level of elite sport. Right? Second of all, I don't understand how you don't understand that we're not finding a Harry Kane replacement like for like. You don't find a Harry Kane replacement like for like. You go and get a Gift Orban. You go and get someone who is young and seriously talented and scores goals for fun. You don't find a 30-goal a season man. But again, if you can't understand that this formation won't rely on one bloke, I can't help you with it. And then sorry, just quickly, Perchy. Zoe, I agree. We shouldn't have to sell our best player to compete. But when your best player has 1 year left on his contract, these decisions have to be made. No other club, I fail to believe any other club's fan base does this. Yeah? Well, when Chelsea let Hazard go for 100 and whatever million it was, Chelsea just went again. Do you know what I mean? Chelsea went and built. You know, it's mad.
But I want to break down both those two comments. One, do Tottenham do Tottenham get a trophy for Harry Kane breaking a record? No, it doesn't. It's a personal accolade. Has nothing to do with Tottenham. If Harry Kane breaks the goal scoring record in the Premier League, has nothing to do with Tottenham and everything about Harry Kane. So for that reason, it's got nothing to do with Tottenham. So I don't care. If he ever does it, fair play, congratulations. It's an amazing achievement. Second part, you said about selling their best players. I'm sorry, big clubs sell their best players all the time. Chelsea sold Hazard, was their best player to Real Madrid. Liverpool sold Coutinho, was their best player to Barcelona. Barcelona sold Neymar to PSG.
Arsenal sold Thierry Henry to Barcelona.
Arsenal sold Henry. Do you know what I mean? You can go on. The list goes on. So this notion that big teams shouldn't sell their best players, if they don't want to be here, then you should be cashing in, because big clubs do that. And what they do is they reinvest and go, do you know what? Fine. We're not in the market to buy a 30-goal a season striker. But what Tottenham will do, and I think we all probably be in agreement to a certain extent here, will be, now let's work out where the extra 30 goals are going to come from. We'll sign another striker. He might score 10 or 15 goals. Maddison's going to score at least 10 goals this season, I think. I think he's on for 10 goals.
Sonny will get 15 to 20 if he plays through the middle.
Sonny's not going to have another 10 goals. He's going to get 15 to 20. So there you go. You're starting to find goals elsewhere, which we didn't have last season. You go and bring in a Gift Orban, he might chip in with an 8 or 9 maybe. I'm just being realistic. He might score more if he comes in. You go and bring in an Eze, he's going to get 6 or 7 maybe. And now you're finding goals all around the team. What did me and you, Savva, say on stream last season? Our biggest problem last year was, apart from Harry Kane, no one was scoring goals. Son scored 11, and down then, and third place was Bentancur with 5. He was injured for half the season. Now you look around, we have to get goals elsewhere. We have to. That's my theory. We can't be relying on one person.
Yeah, I mean, Barry, let me come to you, Barry. Just quickly, sorry, I always want to debunk this myth. The reason fans are rightfully blaming Levy is because Kane wants trophies, and under Levy, that never happened. But I will say this, and this is what Sean would say if he was here. I will say this. It's not like we've not had the opportunity to win trophies since Harry Kane's been here. I think we've all got to remember that. And listen, I hate Levy as much as the next person, but how many finals have we been in? Semi-finals have we been in? You can't blame that on Levy. I'm sorry, you can't. You can blame the club and how it's run, but Harry Kane had a chance to show up in those finals and semi-finals and didn't. Sorry, that's just my opinion on that.
Also, yeah, okay, Levy has made wrong decisions in the past, and many of them as well. And he can be blamed for some stuff at the club, for a lot of the stuff, I would say. But I don't like Levy. I've never been a fan. I want him out of the club just as much as the next person. However, we've got to look at things in the context of now, what's going on now. We can't look back and think, yeah, but he did this, he did that. We're looking at the now, the present. The present is he's not signing a new contract. An offer's been put in place, and we have to accept that offer because it's what makes sense. Okay. Yeah, go on, Percy.
No, I was just going to sort of touch on that. And the thing is now what my worry now is, let's just say if Kane does leave, and he does, and he's not in the team for Brentford, and we don't go and win the game, you already know what the narrative's already going to be built on. It's, oh well, Kane's gone now, we're going to get relegated. Like, come on, like people. I think at the moment everyone's emotions are up through the roof, whether you think Kane should go or Kane shouldn't go. And I think it is one of those, it's that very 50-50. You're seeing everyone so divided on it. The one thing I will say as a fan base, and I'm saying it whilst in the middle of the eye of the storm whilst it's all happening, whatever decision's made, if Kane stays or Kane goes, we're gonna it's kind of not in our position. We're gonna have to accept whatever decision's made. If Kane stays, there's only one reason he stays, he's signing a new contract. But it doesn't look that way. Why would we be talking with Bayern Munich up until this moment? I think people now at the moment are clinging on for dear life to the 1% chance that he stays now. I think it's 99% chance he's gone now. We wouldn't be in this position. We wouldn't be at a fourth bid and then we're still getting there. People saying that but Levy's calling like Kane's bluff. No, I think Kane's wanted to leave for years. I think we all know that. He wanted to go to Man City 2 years ago. I just think now is the right time. We can move on with a new manager. New ethos.
And also, Percy, all those people saying, why wasn't it done earlier? What, an accepted 60 million?
Yeah. But Barry, this is absolutely it, right? This is what makes me laugh. Like, I'm in a WhatsApp group with some Spurs fans right now, and the comments that I'm reading is like, sorry, I'm just saying to someone not to be pathetic. Sorry. Is this to do this 48 hours before the season start is another reason why Levy is a CUNT. So I've gone back and said, incorrect. Bayern didn't offer enough. Now they have. You can't have it both ways. Yeah, you can't You can't turn around and say, oh my God, that's well too cheap for Harry Kane. But then when our chairman holds out for more money, then suddenly, oh, he's out of order. Like, honestly, as I will keep caveating, I don't like these owners. But beating them with a stick either way is not right. You've got to pick a lane and you've got to stay in it, isn't it, Barry? Exactly. That's what I was just saying. The same people would have completely ripped Daniel Levy for accepting 80 million euros 3 weeks ago. So you can't, as Savva said, you can't have your cake and eat it, can you? It's one of the you pick your lane, as you said. Sorry. Back to you, Barry.
Back to you, Barry, to say something stupid. Look, guys, all these people in the chat, we're relegation, with this. I'm not being funny. I am not being funny.
We're not getting relegated.
This is
mad,
absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely. Luton, Sheffield United, Forest. That's 3 teams that are worse than us. And you cannot sit there and say it. And have you not seen the football that we've been playing, right? And we haven't even we're not match fit. We haven't got enough minutes in the legs. We haven't, Ange hasn't had the time that he wants to, to get with these players and get the system. This is madness to talk about this, right?
Yeah.
We have, like you said, Perchy, in pre-season, in the games that we played, we've scored more goals without Harry Kane on the pitch than we have with him on the pitch. And I'm not sitting there and saying get rid and all of this nonsense, because that's not true. What we need to, realize is, and I think actually the more important question that everyone should be thinking is, can we get this deal done before 6:30 tomorrow night? Because that's when the deadline is for FPL, and everyone's thinking about they're going to have to spend time redoing their teams because some have gone.
If you put Kane in already,
Kane. Are they going to risk Son going up instead of Kane? Are we going to? This is the more important question.
But Barry, I want to just touch on. I want to just touch the people in the chat for just 1 second. I said, guys in the chat, majority of you are Tottenham fans. Some of you are other fans. Now, think about this as another football club. Think about it as your rivals. Let's say Arsenal. Imagine if Arsenal, and think of it as a Spurs fan, as Arsenal, and you'd have gone, what would your opinion be of Arsenal having Bukayo Saka with saying, I'm not signing a new deal, and £100 million was on the table, and they turned it down? You'd have all said, you're crazy for doing that. He's going to go on a free. So for me, I think if you do take your Spurs hat off and put a neutral hat on, everyone would
do you know what, right? Big up to Danny K. We've got everyone's in here today. Keep subscribing, people. We've had 151 subs so far in the last hour and a half. Let's get to 9,200. There's 1,572 in the room. Only half those people have liked. There's 756 likes. Smash that like button and keep subscribing, people. We're bringing on new guests all the time. It's heavy debate. I'm disagreeing with a lot of people in the chat. Look, just to let you know how stupid the narrative is that Spurs will get relegated. Paul Merson has said, if Kane goes, I think there'll be a bottom half team. I don't know based on what. I don't think these people have watched how Ange Postecoglou sets out his team. I think they think we are the team from last year. And I'm going to call it right now. I reckon if Kane goes, we finish higher than we did last season. I'm going to call it right now.
I'm going to say I think we'll finish same sort of area. I think we'll finish 7th or 8th. I've said it all season. I think it's not going to be this narrative that we're going to get relegated. I don't believe that. I just think we'll be about the same. But what we'll do is we'll see a lot better football and we'll be progressing. I think that's what we'll be doing.
Yeah, I just Danny, I'll come to you. Sorry, listen. This whole, by the way, Darius, I don't think we're going to quite hit 9K and 10K all in the same day. I think that would be ridiculous. Danny, this whole notion that we won't score a goal if Harry Kane leaves this football club, right? I just don't get it. We've got so many attacking players. I reckon I can name 7 or 8. You've got Maddison, right? You've got Solomon. You've got Perisic. You've got Son. You've got Kulu. You've got Porro. You've got Richarlison. I mean, that's 7 straight there. Plus, we'll probably buy someone like a Gift Orban. We're not going to struggle to score goals, are we?
I mean, look, on paper, the way you've just said it, we shouldn't struggle to score goals. But this is Tottenham. We never do anything on paper properly, right? So,
yeah, but not with this manager. This manager's different.
I think it's different manager, but I still think look. The only thing is, right? We haven't seen this team without Harry Kane under this manager yet, right? Properly,
yes, we have.
Right?
Not saw it the other night, and we basically people were saying for a long time we outplayed Barcelona, and Harry Kane was nowhere to be seen.
For 70 minutes, we were the better team.
Look who scored. Yeah, but look, the facts are we lost the game, right? I'm just talking facts that we lost the game.
But we lose that with Harry Kane in the team, don't we?
We would have lost the game with Harry Kane in. The reason
the thing is, right? Hold on. We can't say we lost the game with Harry Kane because we never played the game with Harry Kane, so we won't know, right? So let's speak facts. Fact is, we don't know, right? Simple as that. I heard Tottenham fans saying that we probably would have won that match if Harry Kane and the A team was playing because apparently we were playing the B team.
We had a back four that was fully fit. We would have won it because Danny, I was at the game, mate. I was at the game.
Yeah, I know you were at the game. I know.
The reason we lost the game was because Sergio Reguilon with about...
He was at the game, Danny. He was at the game. You weren't there.
We're doing it again.
Doing it again.
Go on, Perch.
Yeah, Eric Dyer and Sergio Reguilon were breathing out of their backside for the last 20 minutes. And I was with Billy and I went to him and I went, they're battering us now. I said, they are going to wipe the floor of us because them two, we were just saying, it's coming down exactly the same end. The reason we lost the game wasn't because of Harry Kane. The reason I'll put it out there, if Richarlison had scored his chance and we'd have won the game, but had nothing to do with Harry Kane. Yeah,
but I'm just saying, like, look, losing someone like Harry Kane is a massive thing, right? It's not a small thing, right? He proved it against Shakhtar. He scored bloody 4 goals against them the other day, right? And Richarlison hasn't looked great, right? He scored against a Farmers team when he played pre-season. And the problem is, people keep forgetting it is only pre-season. It's a very different pressure when you're playing under pressure and you're playing for a game that means something, when you're playing for points, when you're playing in a cup match, right?
Can't I apply that to the very theory you've just said, where Kane scored 4 against Shakhtar? Couldn't I apply that theory?
Of course you can, but what the difference is, though, Sav. I know, but the difference is that Kane has done it and shown us he's done it in important games, right? The thing is, look, it's going to be, we have to wait. The only thing is, right, no one can sit here and say we're guaranteed to score goals if Kane leaves and we get someone else in, right?
I categorically can say it.
Sav, that's your opinion, right? It's not guaranteed. It's your opinion.
It is guaranteed.
No. It's not guaranteed.
Hang on. Of course it is. So, Danny,
why is it guaranteed then, Sav?
I'm going to tell you. So, a team that has that much possession, a team that presses that high, that creates that many chances, we're saying that we're not going to score goals with the players we've got, let alone if you go and bring in someone like a Gift Orban, who, by the way, that boy is ridiculously good, right?
Good.
We're suddenly saying that we can't score goals, but everyone else in the Premier League that doesn't have a Harry Kane can. Like, this is my point, Danny.
No.
Listen,
Danny, you listen.
No, you listen.
Go on, you go and I'll go next. Go on.
I look at this and I go, how many of these teams in and around us in the Premier League don't have a 30-goal a season striker, right?
Yeah.
And don't have a squad anywhere near as good as ours, still score goals. They still score goals because they are a team. We have been so used to being a one-man team that the thought of Harry Kane going scares the crap out of people, right? But let's call it for what it is. Look at Brighton. Brighton don't have superstar. Like, Brighton have a very good team. Very good team. I wouldn't say there's a single superstar in there, right? But they're a well-oiled team. Their top goal scorer last year scored 12. Arsenal, their top goal scorer got 15, right? But 3 or 4 of them all got between 13 and 15 goals. That is what Spurs will do with Son, with Maddison, with
I like to think
Orban,
so. Yeah, I like to think so, for sure.
But we will. There's no way we don't score goals.
Can I just jump
I agree.
Can I just jump in? We had that season, if
you
you remember, Danny and Savva. We had that season when Kane was injured and Son played down the middle. I remember how many goals Son bagged for us whilst Kane was out playing through.
Right.
I particularly remember that Manchester City game in that season where he bagged 2 goals against City and won the game. So that's an example, albeit it was under Poch, so it was an attacking system as well. It's an example of how we might set up going forward.
Yeah.
It's not, when Kane was out injured all that time, and my initial thought back then was, crap, what we're going to do? He's out for a long period. We were just fine.
Yeah.
Can I add my point?
Danny, I was going to say one second, because I'm going to just jump off because I've got I'm pushing my show an hour, so Savva can next hour, and I'll push on after. And I've got to shut off and do a bit of work quickly. But I just want to say on this point, guys, in the chat, on this point first, I want to make a point on this. If Harry Kane goes to Bayern Munich, it's disrespectful after what they said about us. I'm not sure, but who cares? What they said about us, they got the player, they're getting the player they wanted. That's their aim. Why is it disrespectful from Harry Kane to go there? He wants to go and win trophies. He wants to go and win the treble at Bayern Munich. He looked at what Haaland done. He wants to replicate it. So Listen, on that note, I think on the side, if I put my Kane hat on, I going to Bayern Munich is the best thing for me to do. I don't ruin my Tottenham legacy because I don't go to another Premier League side. I can go and win the Bundesliga, the Pokal, and even the Champions League potentially. And I can win the trophies that I want and all that. I think on that side of things, I take my Tottenham, I put my Tottenham hat on. I go, do you know what? We're getting good money now for a player that's 30 years of age with 1 year left. Now we need to rebuild it and work forward. And all this notion I'm seeing in the chat, people going, oh yeah, but we ruined the Bale money. It's a different era. That was years ago. Stop.
Yeah, I'm bored of the Bale comparison. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. It doesn't. Look forward. Look at the players we're linked with. Gift Orban. He just hit a hat-trick last night and absolutely battered the team in the Europa Conference League on his own. And everyone that has watched him has said he's great. I've got to run, but I just will say big up, guys. And if you haven't, go and subscribe to Savva. Let's get in as near to 10K as possible. Sab to Danny, sub to all these guys. And I'm going live at 1 o'clock now. So I will see everyone over at 1. You're all welcome to jump on. Peace out.
So can I just add, right? So with this thing you said, Sav, right? Of course, we expect to score goals because of the system we're playing, the players we got, right? And I expect it as well, but I'm not saying there's a guarantee it's going to happen because we don't know yet, right? And we don't know who we're going to sign.
I just disagree.
So Savva, so you're going to sit here, right, and honestly say that Son is the same player as he was 2 seasons ago, right?
No,
and
I'm
also,
not saying that.
What would happen if we don't sign Gift Orban and our strikers are only Richarlison, Veliz, and Son? For me, that's not enough. It's not enough. I don't think.
I think. Listen, I think if he's agreed to sell Harry Kane, they are going to buy players. I know that everyone wants this narrative. Listen, again, that sounds like I'm sticking up for Levy, but everyone wants this narrative to be that Daniel Levy's going to pocket £100 million. Daniel Levy and his team, Postecoglou, they will be lining up players for if that goes. They're not stupid. Right? They're not.
Honestly, if that was to happen, I'm not saying it will. If that was to happen, I think there'd be absolute...
By the way, Evan, go then. I don't need you here. Evan, this is my business, right? I'm asking for subscribers to grow my business. If you can't get that, then go to another channel. Sorry, I hate this whole begging. I'm asking for subscribers to market my own channel. The more subscribers I get, the more likes I get, the more the algorithm puts it around YouTube. So either F off, yeah, or don't say, I don't care. I don't care. If I lose a subscriber through this, I'm sorry. I hate it when absolute dickheads like this in the chat say this. I'll call it out. You know I will. I hate it when people do this. Yeah, this is my business. Yeah, sorry. Really, that really gets under my goat. Sorry, Danny.
Cool. Don't worry. No, don't worry, Sav. I get it. Look, I just to add on to that, I just think look, we need to make sure. Look, I don't think that Levy will pocket this money because if he does and doesn't replace, go and get. Look, for me, if Kane's gone, I said it from the beginning. If he goes, I expect nothing less than another quality centre back, a striker, and a midfielder if Højbjerg goes as well, right? I expect nothing less. I expect good quality players to come in, right? And especially with their new, let's just say, data-driven model of buying players, right? If that's true, then they go and get Gift Orban. If that's true, they go and get someone like a Sangare, right? Go and bring him in. Go and get a Tapsoba. There's no excuses now, in my opinion, Sav. If we don't sign enough replacements, especially in the forward and defensive lines, right? I think it's a poor summer. And I think I don't think I expect anything more than what I saw last season. I think we'll see better football, but I don't think we'll finish higher than where we finished. If we go and sign those 3 key areas, what I said, I think you're right, Sav. I'm with you. I think we'll finish higher than where we were last season. And it is what it is, right? Look, again, I don't know if we're going to score loads of goals because we don't know if Son's going to be the player he was 2 years ago. Because if he's the main striker, then I would love to see that Son that I saw 2 years ago, where he scored nearly 30 goals. Was it 23 goals?
But if he is the main striker, Danny, he'll be playing through the middle, which I think is so much better than what he is out wide.
Yeah.
I know I'm not allowed to say that apparently, but I don't think he's this amazing out wide player. I think he's a good finisher. Savva,
his game has developed over the last few years, right? And if you look at Son Heung-min Son's game, right, he's less of a striker and he's more of a finisher now, right? He's more of a through the middle type of player. You put him the ball through the middle. He's got the pace to burn. He's got the ability to finish. He was 2 years ago. He was the third most clinical finisher in the whole of Europe. The only people who were more clinical than him were Mbappe and Haaland, and that says something. He was more clinical than Harry Kane, right? So he can actually put the ball in the back of net. We just need to make sure we see that sun, and if we see that sun, then I don't think we'll have too much of a problem because, like you said, we're going to be playing more like a team than trying to give everything down to Kane to do everything for us. So. But
let me bring Haz. I want to come over to you. Right, the two things I want to bring up. First of all, I think this is a great point. We struggled with Kane last year, right? In a really bad system. We struggled with Kane. There's nothing to say this year we might not struggle if we've got Kane. But what makes me laugh about all of this is, first of all, it's not when people say there's going to be a big Kane-shaped hole. It's not the same formation we've been playing. Do you know what I mean? It's a different setup. It's a different style of play. And I just don't understand why everyone else in the league will be able to score goals without a Harry Kane, but apparently we won't. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I think, look, we're playing under a different system this year. A lot of people are still under the impression that we're playing under Conte's system where, everything was directly going through Kane. He was the goal getter. But it's a different season. It's a different manager. It's a different system. Okay, from what we've seen from pre-season is that goals can come from anywhere. Who would have thought the other day that Skippy would come out with 2 goals against Barcelona?
Yeah, no,
right?
Not me. Hands up. Not me.
That just proves that, everyone in that team, from the middle to the top are capable of getting goals. And that is what will happen. Now, in terms of Ange getting the best out of players, look, he's not afraid to change positions and stuff or put players in different positions. Okay, look, we've even seen Skippy going out wide at times. He's moved Perisic from left wing back to a left winger. We've seen improvements there. With Son, Danny, I know you're saying he's not been right for the last 2 seasons, but he's been playing off the left. We've had issues with him and Perisic trying to occupy that same spot. Now he's moved Perisic on that left wing, okay? He won't be afraid to move Son central and have those two link up, Perisic getting the balls in. You've got Maddison through the middle being creative. For me, I just think we've now got enough quality around the pitch to be able to get goals from everywhere. We don't have to rely on Kane to A, drop deep and create, or B, stay up top to get the goals for us. Because, like I said, they can come from anywhere. So, if pre-season doesn't prove that, yes, he got 4 goals against Shakhtar, which is great. But also when he hasn't played pre-season, look at where the goals have come from. Yeah, Lo Celso getting in the right spots as well. Maddison, who's come close, how many times?
It's not Conte ball.
It's not Conte ball.
Players will get in the box.
Look, everyone's seen enough of Ange's system to know that we'll be getting a lot more out of these players in terms of contributions for goals and goals. Okay, I firmly believe that with the money that's going to come in from Harry Kane, I firmly believe that we'll get at least 2 more players. For me, that has to be another defender. And for me, it has to be another 6. Although, some might argue that we might need another striker as well. But I don't want to sort of jinx it and say we'll get a striker and we won't. Yeah. But
again, like Tyree's right. When as somebody said earlier, when Kane was out, and you said it has, when Kane was out injured those years before we stepped up, we got to a Champions League final without this man. I feel like we're talking about this guy as dragged us to win things. I feel like we're talking about that this guy has done, I'm not saying he's a phenomenal goal scorer, but in this day and age, who has a Harry Kane anymore? They all managed to do it.
Haaland, right? How many goals did he get last season?
60 odd.
60 odd goals, right?
Okay. Look at Premier League 36.
Right, look at the team. Like, if he goes and gets, let's say, I don't know, 150 goals in 5 seasons, right? No one's going to go out and say it was all because of Haaland, because he's a phenomenal goal scorer. But look at the team around him. The goals are coming from everywhere. It's sometimes we base everything too much off, but he got all the goals for us, so he's the one who put us, got us to where we need to be.
Sorry, just quickly, if Kane stays, he will win a trophy with Spurs. Yeah, but I've been hearing that for a decade. It's not certain he will settle or win anything at Bayern. I'm pretty sure it's certain he will win something at Bayern Munich. And even Ali Gold has said, I don't care. Ali Gold, you do know Ali Gold is just a fan like the rest of us. Like he's not, I've got nothing against Ali Gold, by the way. I'm not knocking him. But even Ali Gold said he doesn't know why he would go to Bayern. Of course, Ali Gold writes for Tottenham Hotspur. But, like, guys, I mean, Barry, lots of fans in the chat talking as though Bayern Munich is not one of the biggest clubs in world football that are always one of the top 3 or 4 favourites with the bookies to win the Champions League. I feel like we really do belittle them. I really do think we belittle them.
Yeah, look, I think if you asked any football fan if Harry Kane stays at Spurs or goes to Bayern Munich, where is he more likely to win a trophy? And if anyone says Tottenham Hotspur, they're absolutely deluded. Right? I think how Spursy this could be is that Kane could leave. He doesn't win anything at Bayern, and we go and win a trophy. That's how ironic this whole situation could be, right?
And if we win a trophy, Barry,
his dodgy internet connection again.
Terrible internet connection. Quick. Take a picture. Hang on, I need a picture of that. I need a picture.
No, that's an even better one. That's an even better one.
Beautiful picture that. Look, I'll come to you then, Danny, for that.
Yeah.
People are going, what if we win a trophy without Harry Kane? Well, if we win a trophy without Harry Kane, what will that show you? If we win a trophy without Harry Kane, it's a team game, right?
It's a team game, yeah. I don't understand this ideology that some people have about how Harry Kane has to win us a trophy. I'm sorry, but it's not just Harry Kane that wins the trophy. This is football, right? It's called football for a reason. It's called a football team for a reason. It's not Harry Kane FC. It is a team game, right? Harry Kane can obviously help towards that, but he still needs other players around him to help achieve the goals, right? It's a team. How do you think a Man City that won the treble couldn't have done it without all of their team? It wasn't Haaland that won them all the trophies. It was the whole team. Gundogan played a massive role. Haaland played a massive role. Kevin De Bruyne played a massive role. Edison in the semi-final played a massive role, right? Kyle Walker played a huge role. They all did, right? So this is absolute nonsense that it has to be Harry Kane that can win a trophy. It's Harry Kane's fault while we haven't won a trophy. It's the team effort, right? And in terms of Harry Kane itself, I wanted to ask you guys in the sense of, now it looks like now that it's down to Harry Kane, right? It looks like it's down to him to accept the offer or not. What would you feel like if he says, no, I want to stay this season, one more season, right? How would you feel in that respect? Would you feel that he has to sign a contract, or would you feel we have to wait and see how the season goes and then see if he wants to stay or not, or if he wants to go to another club? How would you guys feel?
So ask that again. You cut out a tiny bit there. Sorry. Mate.
So basically, how would you feel if he does turn down the Bayern Munich deal and he decides to stay for the season?
Sign the contract. I've got no issue. I think I'll caveat. I've never changed my position, Danny, because I know people will say I'm a flip-flop. I've never changed my position. Turn it down right now. Sign a new 5-year deal, like Barry said earlier. Sign a new 5-year deal tonight. We all sit there and go, brilliant. Now let's build, right? Cool. I've got no problem with that. But don't turn it down, then walk away on a free. You turn it down and walk away on a free, I just think it's absolute madness. I do think it's madness.
But do you think it's, why is it madness? Is it madness because that we can get money for him, or is it madness? But do you not think the money's that important though? Because really, we can still. Of course, but we can.
No, that's not how it works, though, is it? It's not. Oh, we should still have money without the sale of Kane. You'd have more money with the sale of Kane.
Of course, you would.
Who lets their top player go for free? Right?
Yeah, no one does.
You look at PSG. Look at PSG. Sorry, you don't want to sign a contract extension. Transfer list, boom. Right?
Yeah.
There's our intention. Transfer list. Eden Hazard, 1 year left. Boom. Real Madrid. Right? very rarely, unless they're a top club with loads of top players and they can just, like Gundogan going on a free to Barcelona.
Yeah.
Fair enough. He's 30, whatever he is.
On everything.
Cool. And they replace it, right? Harry Kane going on a free for a club like Tottenham that don't spend frivolously like Man City, like Chelsea. As I've said, if it gets to that stage down in next year, I don't care if you're my best mate, my mum, my whatever. If you have said, it'd be weird if my mum said it, but if you have said that Harry Kane should stay for one more year and go on a free, I will be calling those people out next year when they are demanding top player replacements. I'll be calling it out.
I'm one of those people who said it doesn't bother me if Kane goes on a free, because I've always stood by my decision and opinion of it. This club is rich enough to buy players without the Kane money. That's just how I feel, right?
I agree.
And also,
we agree. We agree on that, but we don't do that, right? That's the thing.
Of course not. But the thing is that even if we sold Harry Kane, right, we're not going to go and buy top players. We've never been that club to do that. We might get a better quality of player this summer, but next summer I think we'll probably see a lesser quality of player coming because we won't have that money from Kane because of the way we run the club, right? And that's how I see it. So I wouldn't even expect a 70 million pound striker or 80 million pound striker to go and replace him if he goes on a free next summer. It's just not how Tottenham do things, right?
Yeah, but Danny, with this 100 million that's going to come in, right? There's transparency there at least. So every person can see, every fan can see that money's come in. So that puts more pressure on the club to then go out and spend that money. If we don't, without this current situation, we're expecting, you're saying, the club can spend that money without selling Kane and stuff, but the club can also come out and say, we've got other investments and, give reason X, Y, Z as to why they're not spending that money. But when, it's plain for everyone to see, we've got that money now, there's that transparency there. And the club are now expected off the back of this to go out and find some replacements or bolster Angie's team. So in one way it's good, but then in another way, there's other clubs out there that we might try and do business with that might think, you've got all this money now, so I'm going to drive my price up a little bit. That's the only issue I can think of. But
just quickly, let me get to a few super chats, people. Big up Daniel Hammett said, unpopular opinion, but I hope Kane accepts the deal finally and ends the saga and money to build with. If Kane says no, the rumours continue. Again, this is another point we're going to talk about when I finish the super chats, guys, is if he does say no and stays, we've then got a whole year of Willie won't he's, and I don't know if that's great for the club. In a coma said, breaking news, Savva was live for the biggest transfer news in history. I'm not sure it's the biggest news in history. We can now move on and get players we need. Look, he's not gone. I think we've got to remember that. He hasn't gone yet. Flynn said, are we 100% sure Kane will accept? No, we're not 100% sure. No. Strasbourg Steve said, forgot that Kane staying at Spurs was crucial for human life on earth to continue. Silly me. Yeah, it is. The whole fan base will go mad. And Craig Fenner has said, what if he wants to get one over Levy? We'll talk about that in a minute as well. Thank you to everyone with their super chats. Keep subscribing, people. We're going to go for about another half an hour and then you can jump over and watch Perchy TV. There's still 1,350 of you in this chat. Let's get those subscribers right up, people. And there's only 895 likes. Let's get that to 1,000. I've never had 1,000 likes. This comment, Ben, this is one of those infuriating comments for me. I'll be really, really honest. Thank you for putting it in. But it's one of those infuriating comments when we act with definites, right? We act as though we know. Why haven't they been lining up players already, though, Sav? You don't know that they haven't, right? You don't know that they haven't. There's so much talk around Tapsoba. There's rumours coming out now about Eze. There's so much talk about Gift Orban, right? What I would say about this is you can't just line those players up because what if, as we're saying, what if Harry Kane says no? So is Daniel Levy meant to go out and spend another £100 million on all these players? Then Harry Kane says no. Now you've got players going, well, hang on, I was bought to play. If Gift Orban signed, you're going, hang on, I've signed to play. I'm sitting on a bench. I'm one of the hottest young strikers in Europe. So I feel like we've got to be really, really careful before we talk indefinites. Haz, let me come to you. The comment in the chat there was about, what did I say we were going to talk about? Harry Kane, if he does say no, what effect does that have on us? Not from a goal scoring perspective, he'll score goals, we know that, but from a will he, won't he, for the entirety of the time that he has not put pen to a paper. Can that be good for the football club in the last year?
Well, quite simply, it would be the butt of jokes again. It would be a laughing stock. What are we doing? There's no, it would show that, again, there's no plan in place for anything. And as a club, we're at 6s and 7s because, look, we have to be decisive. At the heart of all this is the fact that he's got a year left on his contract. Okay? The club, they've made their position known and that, they wouldn't accept anything under 100. Now that's happened, and seemingly they've accepted it. If Kane comes out and says, actually, I want to stay, it just makes a mockery of the club's position on things. But
do you know what, Haz? I think it also makes a bit of a mockery on Harry Kane. I think if you think about it, right? Like if they've now accepted a bid, I've always stood by the opinion that if the bid is accepted, he will most likely go, right? Because the rumors are that he's already agreed verbally agreed a contract with them, right? Now, if he turns around and says, "Oh, actually, no, do you know what? I want to stay and try and see what happens because I might stay at Tottenham at the end of the season if they do well, or I can go to whoever I want to," right? Then that's kind of I would definitely blame Harry Kane part of that, because then if he was already planning to stay and reject Bayern Munich, he should have come out early and say from the beginning, saying, "I'm staying for this season," and let us know what his plans are, rather than and let the fans know, let the club know, let everyone know, right? I'm staying this season, right? And we'll see what happens at the end of the season. I'll decide my future then. At least that way, everyone knows where we stand and that we won't have the conversations about what's happening until the summer again, next summer. And that I would say is on Harry Kane, because I think it would look stupid on him if he turns it down now, right? And then there's the whole Bayern Munich transfer saga could have been avoided if he said that from the beginning.
Well, that's a good point, Danny, because also by those actions, it would have unsettled the team as well.
Yeah, 100%.
And that would be on Kane, no one else, because he's the one who'd be, allowing it to linger on.
He's a flip-flop.
Yeah, well, exactly. Make him a massive flip-flop. But look, I mean, it would, like you said, it would undermine everything that the club's trying to do for Ange, and it would unsettle the players as well. So it wouldn't be a great move for Kane. Now, I don't think it would shine him in a good light, if I'm being honest with you. But if he does decide to go, for me, I firmly believe he's doing it in the best interests of Tottenham Hotspur Football Club, because he knows that, the money's going into the club to invest to hopefully be successful in the future. But yeah, I just think if he now turns around and says, actually, I'm not gonna go, I want to stay, it will be fantastic news for a lot of the fan base, I would say, judging from what we've seen today. But again, it would mean that he's put the club through the ringer over the last 3 to 4 weeks. Because
have you seen what Carver Skolichov said?
Yeah,
just said. He's just tweeted a minute ago, Harry Kane to Bayern Munich is a long way from being done. Kane is still leaning towards staying at Tottenham at the moment.
Listen.
We're a flip-flop Harry Kane.
Yeah,
listen, do you know what? That's fine. Then lean towards...
Captain Kane, Captain Javiana.
Then, do you know what, guys? That's cool. Lean towards staying at Tottenham and lean over with that pen and put your signature on that contract.
Yeah. The thing is, we know he won't do it until next summer.
Right.
So that's the problem.
Which I think is absolutely madness, because now say we don't have a good season.
Yeah.
Right, now say we don't have a good season.
Then he basically goes, he goes for free, yeah.
No, I mean, he stays and he does his ACL.
I don't know how many people follow Mitch Fretton on here, but I'm sure most will know.
Yeah, I know Mitch.
He just said, I just cannot get my head around it. Levy will be aware that Kane was leaning towards staying. He wanted £120 million. Why is he doing this all of a sudden? He's single-handedly tearing all the excitement around the club down a day before the league starts.
It's like, is it me, or does this seem like if Harry Kane stays, does it not seem like it could be an orchestrated PR move?
Yeah,
massively,
massively. Because what I don't get about any of this is, Harry Kane throughout any of this time, if he had no interest in going to Bayern Munich, could have said a month ago when the first bid came in, before the first bid came in, I'm not in. Like when his people or his brother or whoever, his team were contacted by Bayern Munich officials and they said, listen, we want to buy Harry. What's the chances? Right? Is he interested? They could have said he would leave Spurs. He don't want to go Germany. No bid. Like, you're done. We're 4 bids deep. Now all of a sudden Kane does want to say, like, what is going on? Like,
do you know what, Sav? Do you know what it could be? Like, I heard some things and I listened to, I don't know if you've listened to it. There's a Razor Ruddock interview with TalkSport recently with Rory Jennings, like an hour interview or something like this, right? And he was saying, the thing is, right, like you have to look at it from Kane's family's point of view, because he was talking about his position when he had opportunities to go to other places and he didn't go to certain places because of his family, right? And he was saying, like, how Harry Kane is with his family. He says his wife is very close to their parents, like her parents, right, who live very close by, and the grandkids are very close to the grandparents. So they see the grandparents a lot. Like the wife, Kate, is it Kate? Yeah, Kate takes the kids to the grandparents a lot. Now, that's maybe something that maybe Kane's got the idea of, that he would be happy to go, but maybe the wife is like, she doesn't really want to go to Munich because she prefers to be in London. Now, I know they're also doing work on their home in London, so they're redeveloping part of their home, right? So is it a possibility that maybe the wife has changed Kane's mind and says, look, H, I don't really want to leave right this minute. We've got a baby coming on along the way, right? And maybe she's really settled where she is. And Harry Kane is a man of principle, right? A man of family. That's the thing that means the most to him more than anything. And if the wife has turned around and said, look, I don't want to move, right? Let's talk about it when the baby's a year old, right? When we're a bit more settled with the newborn. And then you might be able to stay in England and and still live in England and work and just stay in a hotel for the week and then come down on the weekends or whatever. When you're not training, you have a day off during the week. You don't train 5 days a week. So who knows? Like it might be a case where family things and decisions with his family have changed, maybe slightly changed his mind potentially. I'm just saying.
I mean, look, in all of this, I've been very consistent the whole summer. Kane could have shut this down if he had no interest in going to Bayern.
Yeah, he could have.
Yeah, if he has told Bayern he wants to go there and then suddenly pulls out at the end, as fun and as everyone will go, oh my God, well done, Kane. As great as that is, what a waste of everybody's time, monumentally, right? Spurs officials, Bayern officials, agents. And second of all, sign the goddamn contract. Sign the contract. But one thing I will say is, people don't expect you're going to see a Tap Soba or a Gift Orban or anyone like that if we don't sell a Kane. Yeah. That's all I'll say. I think if Kane stays, then you start seeing your long lays come in, right? And then when you start seeing your long lays come in on a cheap, people are going, well, I'm just saying, I could just see it.
Can I just put out there, how would people feel if Kane stayed? We didn't get European football. We didn't win a trophy. Didn't get nothing for him next season. And then moves on a free to Manchester United. But you got to see him in a Spurs shirt for one more season. Would people, I'm just putting it out there, would people be happy with that? Because that's a massive risk to take.
Look, for me personally, I'm happy to take that risk because I've got a good feeling in the way Postecoglou plays football. And if Harry Kane stays, I think we'll see a completely different Tottenham with the way that he plays and sets up. If we look at pre-season, right, just going on pre-season, nearly every game we're averaging 30 shots a game, nearly, right? That's insane. Could you imagine the amount of goals Harry Kane could score in a team that creates that many chances?
Set up that way. Do we need Harry Kane? Do we need Harry Kane to set up the way Ange wants to set up?
No, I don't think so. No. But I'm just saying that. But we're talking about an elite striker.
Do we need? Okay, we can keep Harry, but we're not going to get in any more defenders.
We can go and get. Of course, we can. We can go and get another centre back without.
Do you honestly believe we're going to go and get another centre back?
Yeah, we're going to get Longley has
money.
Of course we can. Of course we can. You can go and get Tosin, who's better than Eric Dyer, and Sanchez. Tosin, who's much better than both of them. I'd rather have him for 15 million, 20 million pounds than I would anyone else.
Mate, more like
and that's not going to affect. It's not going to affect your transfer budget. It's not going to affect Kane going. For me personally, I think I would love to see what Harry Kane could do in this system.
I think everyone would, but sign the contract, Danny. Listen, at the end of the day,
I'm happy, Sav. I'm happy if he doesn't.
No, you can't be. You can't be.
Honestly, I am.
Right. So, okay. So Kane. So let me flip Haz's question. So Kane stays. We get one more year of getting 25, 30 goals out of him, and we get back into European football. Then he walks on a free. We're happy with that.
I'm willing to risk that because there's still a chance that he could stay.
No. That's not the question I asked. Right? That was a politician answer. We're happy with that, right? In my scenario, we're happy that he walks on a free because we saw him for one more year and we got back into Europe that we do most seasons anyway.
I'm happy with that.
I've never, but you, this is the thing, definitely you, Danny, will be one of the people next year absolutely smashing the life out of Daniel Levy, asking why there isn't so much money, why we've not built like a massive football club after letting your best player go for free.
Sav, I'm a cynic in the sense that I think that we're not going to build a massive football club anyway. The players that we're going to target next season will be 20 to 30 million pounds, if anything. And we can still sign a few players, even if Harry Kane leaves on a free next season.
A few, right? But not what we need. Right now,
that's what we always do though, Sav. When have we ever signed exactly what we need? We never have under Levy.
Okay, so but hang on, aren't we doing that right now? Like Postecoglou wanted Madison, got him. Yeah, but he wanted Van der Ven, got him. If he wants Orban and Tapsoba, we could get them.
But Sav,
hang on. Hang on, let me put this to you. I'll go on from that question. If Harry Kane stays for 1 year, then goes on a free, aren't we disrupting what we're actually trying to build and do? Aren't we then 1 year away from what we're actually trying to do with a new manager in a new era? Why not? If that's the case, if he's going to go on a free, why not get the money now and start the new era now? I don't get it.
Why, Sav? I still have the belief that
no, you don't.
Harry,
not you. No, you don't. Sorry, this is
Danny's a massive flip-flop, Savva. So
I think you will make a lot of money if you get in Champions League, but I don't think we'll get in the Champions League this season. I mean, it would be a push if we get Champions League football, but I still think that look, if Kane does go on a free, right? For me, like it doesn't bother me too much because I think, look, as much as we can rebuild the squad right now, I've seen this dance too many times with the club. They always leave us needing a couple more than what we actually need every single summer. And I think it'll be the same regardless if Harry Kane goes off. If not, I think there's a potential that there's a better chance that we can get more of what we need this season, right? If he does go, I think there's a better chance. But if he doesn't go this season and goes on a free, I think there's a far less chance of getting exactly what we need. And you're right.
We're pandering. This is the problem. Now we're going to have a whole year where we're pandering to one player. This is what I mean by we want our club to be a big club, but look at the mentality of fans. Oh, we've got to keep Kane, but just in case he signs a new contract. Every game, Danny, will be this. Every game we lose will be, well, if we play like that, Kane's not going to sign a contract. Every game we batter someone, it will be if we keep playing like that, it will make Kane sign a contract. This is one man. He's one man. We should not be, like the whole fan base should not be in this great big massive tizwas, as my mum used to say, right? Over Harry Kane, over one man. I don't know any other club that does this over one footballer. I don't know. I mean, tell me, who does it?
Savva, and to answer and to just to dispel the Champions League nonsense of this 100 million, I have the figures here in front of me, right? If a team competes from the group stage and wins every match in the group stage and then proceeds to win the entire competition, then they'll earn a total of £59 million. Obviously, you've then got TV revenue on top of that. So you would have to go and win every single game, every single group game, and then go on and lift the trophy. Even with that, it's 72 million pounds.
No, it's more than that, Nick. No,
it's
no,
not
Nick.
more than, Daddy, what are you talking about? I'm on the Champions League website.
No,
Nick.
Nick.
What are you talking about?
Look at the financial statements, right? When we were in 2020, when we got to the Champions League final, right?
Yeah.
Look how much money we generated from TV revenue and from the finishing position in the Champions League. It was nearly 90 million pounds.
Okay. Either way, 72 or 90 million, who cares? What we're saying is Kane will be part of a team that gets us to Champions League. And then the year after, without Harry Kane, this is to justify the people that think it's okay. Then the season after, without Harry Kane, when we are weaker by everybody's assessment, right? We then need to make the final. So let's get this straight. Everyone's telling me keep him because we'll be weaker without him. Let's get into the Champions League, then be weaker without him again. But that weaker team without him will get to a Champions League final. Sorry, have I got any of that wrong?
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree because we're going to have that same dilemma next season when he goes on a free. We're going to have that same dilemma about how we're going to replace Kane. What we're going to do? You know, look, there's so many variables in all this. There's so many. What if this happens? What if that happens? We just don't know. I think the best thing we can do is wait and see if he gets sold and then see what happens from there because no one knows what's going to happen. I don't even know if we've got any other deals in place. If we have, then it makes sense because then we can go out and get those deals done. But surely, you know, look at when we lost the likes of Bale, Modric, Van der Vaart, all these sort of players. How did we kick on from there and then become like a top 5, top 4 team? You know, we'll still go on. After he goes, we'll go on.
I think we will.
What are we going to say, Haz? What are we going to say in 30 years' time when the next two players are left? This football club, this entertainment business, because it's more than a football club, will still be here long into the night when all four of us are pushing up the daisies, right? So it doesn't really, you know, we can't sit there and go, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if Maddison comes, balls, and then we're going to, oh, Maddison's gone now. Oh, Spurs are doomed. Oh, look, Larissa's gone. No one's saying the same thing about the goalkeeper situation, are they? They're not going, oh my God, we're so in the mud because our goalkeeper that's been here 13 years or however long he's been here is leaving. It's crazy. Honestly, this football club will still be here. And this point here from Smithy, Man City scored more goals and got more points without Erling Haaland last season.
Yep. Yeah, I'll come off it, man. They won the treble last season. You can't beat that record. They won the bloody treble. How can you talk about scoring more goals and more points, right?
Danny, the point is,
Haaland turn up in.
But hold on, we're all talking about what do we aim for in football, right? Do we aim for points and goals? Or do we aim for trophies? It's trophies, right? They won the treble.
Danny, the point here is, which Haaland, what you were talking about was one player. Kane is one player. You're a massive flip flop. Yeah,
hold on, no. I'm not. How am I flip flop? I'm still saying I want Kane. I'd rather have Kane in the squad.
Yeah, but I still believe for free. You want to keep him for a year.
I don't care, Barry.
Danny Potter and the Order of the Flip Flops, the latest film by J.K. Rowling.
How is it flip flopping? Honestly, how is it flip flopping?
You're not, Danny.
What have I said that's flip flopped?
Hang on, Danny. I agree with you on this point. I agree with you. For me, yes. Listen, I'm gonna get some splinters in my backside. Yeah, this statement below is true, but also Danny is right. You would rather have the less points, but the treble versus the year before. But look, I think the point of all of this is, you know, we're called a one-man team for a reason. And look, I do think he'll probably end up staying. From all of this, I do think he will probably end up staying.
I think so.
Right? I've said that all season. I believe he will end up staying. It's whether or not he will sign that contract. I just can't have a player that good walking on a free and then fans saying that they're comfortable with that. And that is where I disagree with Danny. I can't hear it.
I've got a feeling, right? If Kane rejects this offer, which I think he might, right? If he does, I think towards the end of the season, I think he'll probably wait till the season's finished or close to the season finishing, so he kind of has a feeling of what to see what the progress we've made under Ange is. And I think that if he's going to sign a deal, he'll sign a 2-year extension or something like that, 2 or 3 years with a release clause, or any deal he signs with Tottenham, there'll have to be a release clause.
Like he's doing us a favor, right? Like again, like
it's so that Daniel Levy doesn't say, right, he's worth 200 million and no one else can come and buy him. But if he's got like a clause like, say, Grealish had, where if a Champions League club came in and they offered 100 million, it activates a release clause, something like that. And I think Harry Kane would sign a deal like that. I think he would.
I hear you. So I'm gonna let's propose a scenario. I love proposing scenarios. By the way, people in the chat, when I propose a scenario, please stop telling me I want it to happen. I'm proposing scenarios, right? So, Nick, you know what it's like? I got a caveat because people hear one thing in here and then type that I've said something else.
Verbatim. Right. Whatever Savva says, you have to give it verbatim, otherwise Savva's not having any of it.
None of it.
None of it.
Yeah.
Use your ears and quote verbatim.
Right.
Otherwise,
if you want
interested.
Flip-floppiness, go and follow Danny's channel, all right? If you want the old flippy-floppiness.
No flip-flops, just facts. That's Alex Davis, box office TV.
Javiana TV. Oh, fucking, really? Oh, I think I'll get away with that one.
You're right.
So, let's play the game with everyone in the chat as well. I still can't believe there's 1,200 people in here, 2.5 hours
guys, smash the likes,
deep.
man.
Smash the like, smash the subscribe as well. Big up to absolutely everybody. It's been a fantastic show. All of this, and if Kane stays, all of our time and energy would have been for absolutely nothing. Right. So
I'm calling him out. Savva, if that happens, I'm going in on Kane all season. I'm going in on him.
By the way, 10 more subscribers for a shirt giveaway. So I guess I better start doing a hashtag thing, right? 1 second. What should we do? Oh, something about Kyriakou. Let's do
hashtag flip-flop. No?
If anyone's a flip-flop, it's unique.
Right. Guys and girls, we are 10 subscribers away from giving you a shirt of your choice. It doesn't have to be Tottenham Hotspur, depending on who you support. I'm happy to give away a Bayern Munich Kane shirt like that reporter. All you've got to type in is this. You'll see me type it into the bottom of the screen now, is hashtag flip-flop Danny. That's all you've got to type in. Flip-flop Danny.
Yes, Danny.
There's rules to this. You can only enter once. So the people that think they type it in 5 times, they've got a better chance. It doesn't work like that. Only takes you once. You must be in here when I do the draw before the show ends, or we draw again. And I can't enforce this, but you must have subscribed. Big up to everyone. There's 9,195. We're 5 away from drawing a shirt, and that would have been 247 subscribers since 10 p.m. last night, which is ridiculous and a bit overwhelming. Danny, in this scenario we were talking about, so Harry Kane puts pen to paper on a 2-year contract extension, which means his contract runs out in 2026, right? It runs out next year, 2026. And Spurs put in a release clause of £135 million, just for example. And then next week, Real Madrid, Man United, some Man City go, there's £135 million.
Yeah. Do you know what, though? I'll be honest with you, Sav. Someone like Levy would have thought about this shit.
Of course he would.
It'd be like, if an English club comes in, it's English club tax, right? So it'd be like ridiculous. If a European club comes in, 100 million, no problem. But
I didn't say he would be expensive, by the way, hence why I want him. I think he's like going at £35 million. Sorry, go on, Danny.
No, but yeah, I think that he ain't that stupid to not put an English club clause in there or something. If an English club comes in, then it's going to be X amount. It's going to be like double what the other clubs would pay just to stop him going to an English club, which means that a Bayern Munich, a Real Madrid, or a Barcelona can go and pay 100 million euros and they go and buy him, or 100 million pounds and they go and buy him.
I mean, can you see that? A contract extension with a release clause that could be hit a day after he signs it? Could this be Levy's master plan all along? Kane, I'll let you go. Do me a favour. Sign on the dotted line next week. Real Madrid are going to come in for 130 million. You can go and play there with Vinicius Junior.
I'll tell you what, this would be the biggest PR stunt in the history of football if that was to happen. But no, I can't see that happening. I cannot see that happening.
Guys and girls, we are going to do this draw at 10-2. In 14 minutes, we're going to do this draw. There are 161 people, yet there's 1,200 people in the chat. It's the chance to win a free real shirt. It will be a real shirt. It won't be no DH gate nonsense. That's the sort of thing you'd get from Nick, not from me. So smash in, hashtag flip flop Danny. Danny can even apply and try and win it if he wants.
He's already done it. He's already done it, Savva.
Danny wants that bad. He wants it bad, that shirt.
Yeah.
By the way,
if I get that shirt, Sav, I'm gonna put custom #1 flip flop Nick.
Yeah. By the way, just
I'm gonna wear it proudly.
Just so we know, here we go. Tyler Adams to Chelsea for 20 million. He's already done the first part of his medical. So it looks like they've got bids on the table for Tyler Adams, Moises Caicedo, and Lavia. Chelsea starting to flex their muscles.
That's Saudi money.
Yeah. Aston Villa, as reported earlier, they went in and bid for Zaniolo of Galatasaray, and it's coming out the reason that they are doing that is that Buendia has, torn his ACL or something? He's done his ACL. So that is why they're looking at doing that. Fair play to them. That's how a club acts, right? Top player gets injured, you go and try and get someone else.
You know what, Sav? I was going to say, right, I saw some. I know there's obviously the talks about Eze, Orban, and Tapsoba. If selling Kane this summer guaranteed us to get Eze, Orban, and Tapsoba, I would bite your hand off for that deal right now. I would sell Kane in a heartbeat.
Flippy Floppy's back.
No,
Just now.
I said that. I said that the other night.
No.
Yes, I did.
No.
Yes, I did.
You've said you are selling Kane under no circumstances. You are willing to take
I never
that risk.
said no circumstances. Go back on your stream on Sunday night, right? And I never said that once. I'm telling you, go back and watch it. I never said under no circumstances.
I'm not having this, Nick.
Ever.
Danny,
ever.
Stop being a flip-flop.
No. Stop talking rubbish, Nick, because I never said that. Stop talking crap. Right?
You said it verbatim, Danny. Someone in the comments
believe.
go and clip Danny. Someone go and clip Danny and send it.
Clip it. Clip it. Write a picture. Do whatever you want. Film it. It doesn't bother me because it's true. Go and look at the show. I never have once said on any show that under no circumstances does Harry Kane does not leave this club. I have always said if it's guaranteed that we go and get those players or players like that, then we sell him.
Danny, you're going on like you're being court-martialed, mate.
I'm going
Under no circumstances did I say categorically.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Danny's about to call his first witness from the Spurs community. Listen, guys and girls, there's 1,150 of you still in it. I can't believe that not more people want the chance to win a shirt of their choice. 213 of you, like less than 20% have decided they're going to try and win a shirt, which we're going to do a draw for in 10 minutes. Keep smashing the like button, people. Keep subscribing. Do you know what? Love me, love Danny, love Haz. Love Nick, hate us all. It doesn't matter. We're here providing some entertainment for you on this sunny morning. And in all of that, I've just got a text message from the wife saying, I know you're streaming, but please don't forget you need to go to the post office for me today. So so that's
hang on, Savva,
post office TV.
So actually, hang on. I'm going to call your wife out for being a massive flip-flop. She orders all those Amazon parcels, and then you've got to go to the post office.
I know.
Post to return.
I know. She's a flip-flop. She's a flip-flop. This morning, she's messaging me. I don't know if you saw this, asking me if I want to go and live in Saudi Arabia. And then this afternoon, I've got to walk round to the local post office. Honestly, every parcel that turns up here, I reckon 6 in every 10 involves me walking back to the post office to send them back. I promise you guys.
I promise you, you're not the only one.
I know.
Because
I know.
single-handedly, Savva is keeping me in a job. So
yeah. Yeah. Tony, sorry about that. Oh, THFC Banbury. Listen, some super chats. Let's get to them. I'll tell you what, I am losing my voice, and I've got 3 more streams to do today with different YouTubers. By the way, I'm starting a brand new show later with me, Dan Potts from Arsenal Fan TV, Lee Mark Judges, who you would have seen on AFTV, and Henry Wright from Henry Hoover TV, Henry Wrong TV, Henry Wong TV, Henry Horny TV, Henry this TV. Donovan Davis, big up to you, and said, head over heart. It's what big clubs, franchises do. That was a little dig at Danny. I like it. Boom. Put the dig in. No, he wasn't really, but it was fun to say. Big up, Donovan. Thank you very much. Flynn has said, even if we sell Kane, I don't see how striker is a priority. Richie and Son play in that position.
No chance.
Focus on centre-back and midfield. Get someone next year. We can talk about that in a minute. The show's got 8 minutes to go, people. We'll talk about that. Kane Leg, big up to you. Got the whitest teeth I've ever seen. Has said, if I was in Harry's position with no veneers in here, whatever is that? If I was in Harry's position, the smarter move for him would be to leave on a free. He will have plenty of... I agree with you. But if that was the case, just come out at the beginning of the window and go, I'm not going to Germany. Yeah, all of this would have been...
Yeah. It would be quite funny if he rejects it now.
To be fair, he's given me good viewing numbers on this show. So thank you, Harry. I WhatsApped him last night and asked him. Troy, big up Troy Schramm, has said Kane is great, but remember, he's not a kid anymore. Sell him, get gifting with another centre-back and a 6. Sonny and Rich up front. Listen, I would love to see Orban and Son in the same team. I would love to see that. By the way, we will be absolutely gutted if someone else who we consider a rival or around us goes and gets Gift Orban this summer. That boy is a phenomenal little footballer. Yeah, not little, by the way, quick and strong.
I've been calling out for Orban all summer, Sav.
Well, listen, if you didn't flip-flop so much, you could have held that opinion a bit better, couldn't you? Scott Foxwell has just come in with a super chat. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. And
I think you need to check who actually the flip-flops are on your panel, Sav. I think you need to do your due diligence a bit better.
Listen, we'll take this to court and we'll see what happens.
You did just say due diligence.
Yeah.
I think Danny's a bit high as well.
He's flip-flopping with his words now and everything. And SOF has said Bayern are offering Kane 480k a week. If he stays at Spurs, he's earning 200k a week. Would any of you turn down doubling your wage and guaranteed titles? No. I'd be on that plane tomorrow. I'd say to everyone, I owe you nothing. I've given you 10 years. I'm the top goal scorer this club's ever seen. I'm going to go and try something else. I'm going to go and play with people like Leroy Sané and Musiala and Goretzka and you name it, Kimmich. See you later. But I agree with you. But I do think he will stay. Thank you to everyone who's put in those super chats. We will end the show in 5 minutes when we will do the shirt draw. And so far, only 232 people. Honestly, you can't give things away for free. You cannot give things away for free. And Eric out. I love that, Eric. Eric out said, let's buy Alvarez from Man City. And I'm heartbroken about Kane leaving. Look, he's not left. He's not left. And I can assure you, there is not a chance Pep Guardiola sells us Alvarez. Anyone disagree? Yeah, anyone think we could tempt Alvarez from City?
Danny, give us your opinion now and tell us in 5 minutes when you change your mind.
Listen, I don't know why you keep going on, Nick, because you want me to clip you. Do you want me to clip you and see the amount of stuff you've actually said? Because I haven't said anything.
I don't care, Danny.
You know what, right? I want to challenge anyone, any of you on the panel, right, to show me where I flip-flop. Come on. I want you to. This is your task now. You got. I'm going to challenge you to show me.
Danny, it's going to be a long show if we do that, mate.
You know why? Because you're not going to find anything. That's why.
Yeah, absolutely. Danny. He always good fun. He always takes it in good stead. Same thing with Ronaldo at United. He's scoring while the rest of the players just starve and goals not spread out in the team. Completely agree with you. I think a lot of this, I want to put the blame on Jose and Conte as well. They created a team that was so heavily focused on Harry Kane that no one else was allowed to get anywhere near the 18-yard box, were they? I don't like in these preseason games already. When we attack, I see 4, 5, 6 players in the box. Normally, you just see Kane and Son. So that has been done. Listen, I don't think he'll go after all of this. I don't think he'll go. Oh, look, here he is. He showed up for the last few minutes.
Himself, number one flip flop.
We've got the 2 flip flops in the same team.
It's the OG King. OG.
I only came on to call Danny Flanny the flip flopper Aru.
We learn from the Kings, right? We learn from the King flip flop yourself, Sean.
I've never heard of 180s. Seen more 180s than a dartboard today, bro. Jesus Christ. Unbelievable. What's happening, everybody? What's happening?
How are you, Sean?
I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. I feel like it's nice to stay in the same direction. Just see other people just go, oh, go this way for a minute. No, I'll go this way for a minute. Which way should I go?
Where did I flip flop?
One of her walks.
Where did I flip flop? Where did I flip flop?
Every time, mate. Every time, every way.
Right, tell me then. Tell me.
I don't need receipt. I've got the receipts, bro.
All right, tell me then. I'm asking you, where have I flip flopped? Where have I said something?
You flip flopped on the outcome of. You flip flopped on what you would do with Harry Kane now, and then as soon as suddenly you change your mind that you'd sell him. Sell him in a heartbeat. You would never sell him under any circumstances.
No, I've never said that.
I've never said that. Him in a heartbeat.
No.
If you could get
No. I've never said that. Stop taking words out my mouth, right? I never said under any circumstance. I never said that. I said, listen to what I said. If it was guaranteed that we would get Gift Orban, Tapsoba, and Eze, I would sell him in a heartbeat.
Hang on.
I said guaranteed.
I left the We Are Tottenham TV WhatsApp group a little while ago, but I think I can still access the archive. And if I can, I'm going to get every single time you've mentioned Harry Kane. And I
just quickly,
3 swipes, I'm going to see a different opinion.
If Danny Kiriakou was a roundabout, he'd look like that.
I think Savva's going to adjourn this session now.
Listen,
that's all I came on to say. So I'll leave you guys.
Well, stay around for the shirt draw, Sean. Stay around, see if I win it again.
Yeah,
I've just seen this Danny Kerry flip flop. You watch when Kane goes and Danny's going. I told you we should always sell him and bring in Gift Orban.
You watch.
There's nothing worse than someone who says "I told you so," but the only reason they can say it is because they've already spoken about every single possible scenario. Told ya. I told you we weren't going to sign Orban until we did, and then I told you we were going to do that too.
I said, listen to what I said. You're not listening. You're doing it again, Sean. You're doing it again. You have to listen to the words I say. Don't be like some of the people in the comments who don't listen properly. Listen to the words I said. Savva knows all about that. People not listening to him a lot on his shows.
We love you, Danny. It's all
listen. Let's do a shirt draw. Guys and girls, you've got 60 seconds if you want to. I can't believe over 1,000 people and only 239 people wanted to win a shirt. But hey, it is what it is. We'll draw that in 30 seconds. The rules will be quite simple, people. I will bring up the screen and then I'll tell you the rules. You must be in here. When I draw this, you will see that it will pick someone at random. You will see that I have no say over what happens here. You must be in here, and you must, within 30 seconds, be in the... Oh, I love seeing this, by the way. Just loads of these. You must be in it, and you must claim it within 30 seconds. Okay? So we're ready to do the draw. This is for a shirt of your choice. And then what you will need to do is you will need to message me on Instagram. Okay?
It's going to be Danny. It's going to be Danny.
Before you do that, Savva, I have a potential pre-mudding for Danny flip-flopping.
Go on.
Everyone is in the mud. Told you Levy won't sell and Kane won't go. Well, first of all, Levy's agreed the deal, Danny. So you kind of flip-flopped on that point.
How is that a flip-flop? That's
100% flip-flop.
No,
That's
it's
100%
not.
flip-flop.
That's an opinion that I'm saying that he won't sell him.
But you're saying everyone's in the mud. If you start your opinion with everyone's
how is that
in the mud,
flip-flop? No.
If you start your opinion with everyone's in the
Sean, no. Understand the definition of what flipping is, right? If I said Harry Kane is not going to be sold and Levy accepts a bid, that's not flip-flopping. That's Levy doing something. That's
have
not
you said
flip-flopping.
today?
That's me saying, I told you Levy accept a bid. That's flip-flopping.
Okay, Danny, I've got a question for you. Danny, I've got a question for you.
So angry.
James Ward-Prowse, Danny, or Højbjerg?
Højbjerg.
Oh, I was trying to catch you out.
Don't even try it. What? Don't flip-flop. None of you just listen properly. It's all about the ears. Listen.
Danny, strip club, not strip club.
Not strip club.
Yeah.
Don't catch me.
What do you mean I won't catch you? You know what I'm talking about, Danny.
I know what you're talking about.
I know.
What have we said, Sam? What have we said?
Right. Let's read this. I need to.
Savva, the question is Graham or Alex Davis?
I'll tell you what, guys, let me do the shirt draw. If anyone doesn't know what happened, stay behind back screen and we'll tell you what happened with the story. Right, I am going to draw this. No more naughty behavior, please. Right, here we go. Live StreamYard tool. You can see it. There are 274 people in with a chance to win. Here we go. Let's do the draw. You must claim it within 30 seconds. Good luck. Scott Colliver. Scott Colliver. Rigged. It's fixed. Rigged.
25 seconds.
Scott, you've got 25 seconds, mate. Just put in a message in the chat.
20 seconds.
Scott, get in the message. Scott.
Come on, Scott.
15 seconds.
Scott.
10 seconds.
He's
9.
He's there.
8.
He's there.
Hey!
Oh, there he is. Yeah, he's done it.
Wait. Scott, let me know if you're on Insta. My dog's going mad because he can hear me shouting. He's going mad. What's going on up there?
I want to see the dog.
No, the dog's not going to come up. He thinks it's an intruder at the back door or something. He's an idiot. Yeah, by the way, the only bigger flip-flopper than Danny Kiriakou is Harry Kane after all of this. Scott, message me on Instagram. If you haven't got it, I've got an email address on my YouTube page. Please keep liking, keep subscribing. We are going to end the show there. Listen, thank you to absolutely everyone. This has been an amazing show. It's been absolutely crazy. Look, this will not be the last show that anyone does on Harry Kane. This is going to keep rumbling on until we get an answer from him.
I'm doing one in about an hour, so definitely not the last.
Sean's going in an hour. I've redirected everyone over to Perchy. If you want to watch Perchy, I'm redirecting you there. Just stay on. It will take you straight to his channel and you can watch him there and show some love. Thanks, Sean, for popping in at the end there. Thank you, Danny, for coming on with his Javiana flip-flops. Thanks, Barry. Desperately trying to call out Danny with some opinions there when he desperately trying to catch him out.
You can't.
Has been here.
I'll find it, Savva. Don't worry, I'll find something.
Good luck.
You think me and Sean are going to try and find something by the end of the
Good
day?
luck.
You've got 60 minutes before I expose you, bro, on live stream. Whether you're there or not.
I'll come on, Sean. I'll come on.
And big up Flanny. Flanny Aviana. Big up, everyone. Right, we are going to go. See you later. Subscribe to Has Southview Coys. Subscribe to Shelfside Spurs with Nick. Subscribe to Tottenham on Tour with Danny. Subscribe to Spurs Talk Show with Sean. And we will see you all a bit later on. I'll be back later for doing some more one-on-one shows. Hello to whoever that is that's just come into screen for Nick. Hello. Wave to all the people out there. And we will see you later. Boys, stick around. I'll tell you the story.